Apparently he'll watch it back later. Alright then. Well, let's get this going then.
0 to 85 you, but Cloud can just kill you at like 40 if he gets the
So, it's kind of weird because I'm fairly sure both of these players are just better than me.
I mean, honestly.
And, like, both of these are characters I struggle with personally, so I'm probably not going to be too helpful, but...
Something.
That was
Alright.
kind of funny though.
Over triple rise.
Alright,
I like this, but that was a weird down air.
So he wanted to grab.
I do like how Azreal definitely now is looking out for not getting grabbed.
Alright, so that was risky without much reward coming, and you've taken so much damage for it. Yeah, like look at the amount of damage you took for that.
Yep. He's lucky he took that, otherwise it would be a jab, forward smash. Now
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. So he's doing okay here, and I know he's gonna...
That one grab.
That was really nice.
Let's go.
That
was really nice.
Very good.
I rate that.
For, like, an option from Azreal.
Yeah, that was super slick actually. I thought he was gonna like do drop down maybe towards the stage.
Wow, he just did a forward smash.
That killed late.
Yeah,
maybe,
some moves do that. It's really
maybe
annoying.
the eye is part of that as well. But then we're back in even game. Semi getting a grab again, getting his combos.
Yeah. Oh,
That's the thing.
Just
though.
up air out, man.
Cloud falls off.
Gotta love the up air.
The Cloud falls off the platform, and he doesn't have a lot of hit stun.
and
That's gonna kill, innit? Yeah. Alright, so that was quite nice. The most of the stuff where like you actually got hit, where you committed, you made a reasonably hard commitment to something that wasn't actually going to benefit you a whole lot.
But they just do it in a way that wins, you know?
I like that. That's the kind of smash I come here for Friday night.
I can appreciate aggressive smash.
I can definitely appreciate it, yeah.
This is just standard aggressive mainlander things, I guess. So you should have got hit for that, yeah.
It's getting darker earlier every single day.
Yeah, exactly. I was already dark at like 7.
Whoa, okay, that was wonky.
So I do get the pick from.
See, there was another up smash. I'm assuming those were meant to be up airs. There's no way that you're trying to up smash there.
So now, I'd say Semi has a pretty good lead. Disadvantage state.
Yeah. Or you
And
can see that he wanted. You knew he was going to use one of his 4 final smashes, which he somehow gets to use in standard play.
Alright.
I mean, really though. Don't you always feel like wow.
What?
Oh my God.
That was.
That
Semi doesn't need it.
Alright, you know, I mean, that makes sense, because there is a blind spot in the front of the cross slash.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool. Let's act like Kai meant to do that.
Yeah.
Cool as a cucumber.
But you do feel like the limit cross that does kill too early, don't you?
No, I
In
think
a
it's
sense?
fine.
You think it's fine?
I'm the kind of guy that liked pre-patch the way it was,
Really? Okay.
but that's just me.
Alright.
now
So what I'm seeing here is that you've just kind of like lost patience. Like I want to say you weren't.
Oh,
You're not impatient, but you are getting a little bit antsy to like get it, that you start engaging. And really, in this matchup in particular, like in this of all matchups, you really don't want to be the one in causing the engaging. Yeah, and you're dead here, aren't you? Yeah.
Wow.
Of course he was still.
Very nice.
Of course he was still going to get
Semi.
it.
It's Semi.
Semi, look.
He'll get it.
But yeah, you committed.
Camera knows.
You're committing quite hard in that game. I'm assuming game 3 is going to be more of the same.
Semi's so good
But
at landing those fairs, man.
It seems like as soon as you lost the percentage lead, you were really eager to try and
He's like a menu in a sense.
try and engage with Semi, like try and take it to him. It's something I spoke to Carnage about briefly last week.
Will I be a good
It's where you're doing things that are basically saying, for better or worse, I am finishing neutral here, and you're just hoping that the option you've picked, which is normally a mostly safe option,
What stage are we on?
but you're picking an option that's like, please, I hope this is the option that wins.
I'm pretty sure. Only a bad cloud
Will
would
not
not
pick
willingly go to a triplat.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, these are nice.
But obviously, Semi
Alright,
can
fine,
go
yeah.
this stage then, for example, Dreamland.
In certain, yeah.
Nice, nice. Yeah, this is
Maybe we
good.
should adapt
This is
the
good. You're letting him
that
come to
we
you.
double ban from triplats.
Alright, you just flubbed the punish there, and this is all. It's all going to be come back, isn't it? Oh no, you got it. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, maybe we're not ready for it.
Yeah,
yet,
no.
but
So
I mean, like,
so you don't need to commit. Like you've.
players can
Alright.
kind of scam, like, hey, I want to ban triplats, but I'm just forced to go to a triplat. Oh, that was a good
Yeah, you should have cross slashed him there, but I suppose it's probably a hard one to react to. Yeah, see that grab there? No, pausing it there. Pause. If you die here, I'm gonna be so upset with you.
Grab.
I like this.
Alright, you don't. Alright, you didn't die. That's okay. But that was a terrible grab. You had no reason to do that. I'm actually gonna pause and go back to that because that was disgraceful. Where are we? Here?
He wasn't ready for it.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, so we're here. He's on the ledge. We're going to full screen this because we're going to draw on it. So, he's on the ledge. You know, he's not got a whole lot he can do. I'm going to actually slow this down so I can do it properly.
He wasn't ready.
Alright, so he's here. He has no stage to work with. Nothing. He can't escape you. If he tries to roll forward, you've got a giant sword that covers everything. So he can't safely go forward, provided you don't commit. His only real way out of this is if you run towards him. The only way he's ever going to be able to get back is if you go past your zone. You've got this space here. You want that space at all times. Because when Mario is inside that space, if Mario is like way up and close to you, then you're in deep shit. Because Mario's got the mad frame there, the mad combos, and frankly, he just wins right at point blank. Whereas at the range you're at there, he can't actually do anything to you. Unless he tries to like do a run up smash, like a reverse up smash, when you trying to jump. That's about all he can do. Is just try and like come in before you do something. But what you opted to do there, and you've done it a lot of times, but this is the most glaring example I've seen so far, is that you've opted to engage. As I've said, you've opted to decide, I don't want to hold this position. I want to do something. I'm going to force the situation. I am going to go and try and grab him because I think he's going to stay in shield. So you've then gone and you've gone to him, and now you've put yourself right on top of Mario, which you don't want to do, particularly not a Mario like Semi, who is absolutely surgical with his punish game. And you're really honestly lucky that you didn't die for it. Because I saw it and I was like, he's dead. What you should have done there, in my opinion, as a fellow Swordy main who hates Mario greatly because he actually slaps Ike, is I would have stayed in a sort of position where you were maybe faded back a little bit, maybe given himself a little bit of space, just so you don't accidentally put yourself in a terrible position like you did anyway. Just hang back, because at the end of the day, Mario actually can't do anything from this position. He can't do anything about your spaced attacks. If you space in there on his shield, it's safe. If you space it up air on his shield, I'm going to try and draw the sword. But if you space an up air on his face, on his shield, it's fine. Even if you fade back a little bit and back air, it's still fine. He can't get through without making a hard commitment himself. So if you stay there and you say, I have the percentage lead, I have the stage control, I do not need to commit here. I can make you commit, and you had limit. So if you see him coming towards you, you can just murder him. And you could have. But instead, you've gone and you've decided to dash grab him. He's done an evasive option, probably expecting you to do so. He's done a roll back, and let's be honest, roll back while you're already on the ledge is a terrible option. So I can only assume he thought, Azreal's coming for me. He's going to come, he's going to try and throw me back off stage because he's nervous. Or something like that. So he's rolled back and you've fallen for it. And now you've ended up off stage. It was one of those things that I was saying where the risk was way higher than the reward. If you'd have landed that grab, sure, yeah, you've sent him off stage. But you've already got limit, so you don't get to charge any more while he's off stage. It's not like you're really going to want to go off stage against Mario as Cloud. So all you're doing is resetting the situation with 8% more. Whereas what could have happened here is that it could have been your stock, and you got lucky for it. Anyway, let's just watch the rest of this now.
He's always going for tomahawk grab.
I like this option from Azreal, definitely.
Yeah, well, it made his recovery safe, and that means that it was a good option.
Let's see if you do it again here.
He doesn't not want
You did it again! You clown! You did it again! He was in no man's land.
And that means that it was a
he
good
knows.
option.
Look, he's there. He's at the ledge. You know, you can throw out a back air or an air or something, but he can't do anything to you there. Not really.
He doesn't not want
And you run in and grab, and look, you get hit. I mean, you only take a couple of %, but really, you should be taking a ton more for that.
Yeah, one thing about Azreal that is different than other Clouds
And you did.
is a lot of other Clouds, when they first started playing Cloud, they used to use limit as the main like kill move or damage getter. And then
Right,
they
and you're gonna take that, yeah.
Yeah.
So by all rights, in my opinion, you should already be on your last stock.
And now he uses it as a damage getter kill move.
Which I think is a mix of both might really work out.
Yeah, a mix of both will definitely work.
I think in the start of the meta, like
Alright, that was nice.
2016 meta,
He's
I
just
was
gonna.
more using it as like a
Alright, I wanna see.
fear factor, intimidation.
There we go. So, immediately the up smash was more of an option from him, but the risk reward for him was really in his favor because the risk was takes a little bit of damage from like a grab or a down tilt or something, and the reward is you die. So the percentage comes into it for there. But he didn't just commit right away. I want you to watch what Semi does here after you grab the edge. See, he's there and he's prepared for your options, while also not just giving you back the stage for free.
As like a fear factor.
So he's there, he's waiting, he's giving you a little bit, and he's come in and punished it. Because you've tried to do something. From what I can see, you are a really aggressive player.
Exquisite.
Exquisite.
Yeah. Dude,
Like, it may not look like it because you're jumping around a lot, but I say aggressive is not the right answer. The right word for it. Buttonsy is all I can really think.
Or now he just did it once.
to be fair, if you shield the first two, you can get punished.
And he goes for so many grabs.
Exactly.
A lot of these combos are actually getting
I
dropped.
also haven't seen a nair from him this entire game.
Are we going to find out that you end up winning this?
I know.
Oh boy. This is a best of 5,
Alright.
just a quick reminder, so this is it.
I think top 8 is only best of 5, or
Yeah, top 8.
or top 3.
It
Top
might
8.
even be top 3?
Yeah,
I think top 8, yeah, top 8.
always used to be top 3, best of 5.
Alright, that was better because you did kind of wait, but by doing the downer, you already like kind of hard committed there.
We want to be in esports.
Yeah. Nice tech.
Alright.
Nice response.
So it's the last stock.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, you're dead, aren't you?
Cross dash, you can smell it.
Oh, okay, now you're dead.
Is he dead?
Yeah. Wow, that was a weird
Untechable.
position.
That's untechable, yeah.
Because
Wait, isn't it? It is like.
But yeah, alright, so proactive is actually a good term, Swaggins. So there's being proactive and there's giving away the positioning. Particularly at the ledges. I mean, you were doing it in certain places anyway, where you were just committing to stuff and I'm like, I'm not sure what that's gonna net you here. Like they weren't good options, like right at the start even, when you first get comboed. So you're doing fine here, as far as I can tell.
something
See if I can find the exact
That
point.
was kind of funny though.
over triple rise.
So this is defensive, but like you're pressing so many buttons.
Grab.
I do like.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing, by the way.
Looking out, from not getting.
All right, yeah, here.
Wanted to grab.
I do like how Azreal definitely now is looking.
All right, Mario is now above you. You are Cloud. This does mean, for the most part, he can't do a whole lot. Now Mario's S speed isn't bad, so he's probably gonna be escaping to these. So he can land on the platform. He probably can't get to there without double jumping. So you're pretty much looking at this as your range of area to cover. You can cover a lot of this space. You could have covered this with an up air, and you can just drop if you see him not doing it. Now, you see he's clearly coming down towards here. So you see, like, so he's burned his double jump and he's come down here. He has got very few places he can go. He can attack, but pretty much he is limited to like here because he's burned his double jump. He hasn't really got anything else. So you have opted to do an up smash when he is at 57%. Now, I'm not going to say everyone's decision making is perfect all of the time, but this is just kind of a good example of what I've seen you doing a lot of. An up smash covers a smaller range. It covers this area, which is already only a little bit, and he can kind of react to it as well. Semi could have been like, oh, hey, he's gone over there. I can avoid this. And he's come behind you, and then you took, what, 80% or something. Now, that's, again, it's just one of many situations, but I feel like in that matchup in particular, you need to you have to like really think about keeping away from these aggressive options, or not aggressive, risky options, because the amount of damage Mario can do to you just for missing one thing is enormous. And we saw, like, particularly Semi, like, he's well known for the length and damage he does, just for one punish. So I feel like you definitely would have done a lot better if in a situation like that. See, like, in that situation there, if you'd have just, say, done a short hop neutral air, if he'd have tried to challenge you with an attack, I mean, this is all in hindsight. So it's not like I'm going to call you out too bad for this. But I would have done like a short hop neutral air there. It means that he covered all that space. If he'd tried to attack, it would have gotten stuffed by your neutral air, and then you either sent him off stage or he's now got to try and land without his jump. And if he air dodges, then he's now on the ground and you can either grab or down to him or something. It's all just hindsight, but I feel like in situations like that, the low cooldown options that have, like, this is part of what makes Cloud so good, is the fact that he's got such low cooldown for options that cover enormous space. He just needed to take advantage of that a little bit more in this matchup, because that's largely the reason why Cloud wins this, because he just covers giant areas and Mario is actually not able to punish it properly. Anyway, I'm not going to say this was bad play. Like, there were a lot of things I liked about it. But I feel like your soft advantage state needs a lot of work in comparison to the rest of your game plan. Because these are positions where you can be like, it's still technically kind of neutral, but I have you on the ropes. It'd be like, I don't know if you watch any, I know, we'll use football. It'd be like if you had the whole team pressed up in their own box, or soccer, I suppose it'd be for you because you're not English. You have the whole team pressed up against their own box, and then you decide to take a shot at goal from like 25 yards out when there's other things about. I don't know. I tried to come up with the best comparison I can, but yeah, it's just taking these options that need to. You just chill on these really risky options, fam. Anyway, so that's that one done. Hopefully that's been helpful for you, Azreal. It's always nice to see people who I probably consider better than myself trusting my opinion. But the next one I've got on my list is one by Swaggins, who I believe is in here. Have I got any else on the list? Oh, okay. Right, I need to. Oh, this is going to be Twitch, which means it's not going to load properly. This is not going to be the one I watch for now. Oh, geez. I'll come back to this later. Okay. Yeah. Right, I'm going to close that now because I think I've got all the VODs I need. So this is one by Swaggins. Swaggins is here. Okay, so let's give this a watch. So this is you versus Slump. I know Falcon Rosa. I've seen a lot of this. One of my favourite ever sets is Falcon Rosa, which is DX versus Wills versus fighting. So let's give this a watch. I actually have never watched either of the you two play, so that's quite loud. So we'll see how this goes.
3, 2, 1.
First off, I'd like to say this overlay needs work. The game screen is tiny. It looks like a melee overlay. If Azreal was still going to be watching this, by the way, because this is fantastic ledge coverage by Slump. That wasn't so fantastic, but you know. Alright, nice, getting rid of the Luma. I am astounded you managed to shield grab that. Oh dear. Alright, that was nice. That's just abusing like Falcon's garbage recovery. Nice. Wow, that was a really good recovery. Right, so straight up, when Rose is off stage, you need to be chasing her. Particularly with like you've got enough mobility to do it, and like she's got nothing to stop you from doing it. It doesn't like at least you've got like a command grab thing on yours. Rose's is just free. If she's off stage without a double jump, it's a free kill. If she up Bs, she should be dead. Well, that I don't know how the fuck you tech that, but that was kind of a stomping. So I'm assuming it's going to be more of the same. Wow. Okay. No, this is quite a long set. But yeah, already from what I already saw from that, it's kind of difficult. You're kind of having a hard time getting in. I'm hoping that I'm hoping I'll see a lot more dash grabs like in between the hits, because there is surprisingly large gaps in between the Luma's swings, like particularly in the jab. Like you can dash grab or dash attack this stuff kind of for free. Alright. Wow, are you still dead for that? That's depressing. I'm assuming this is the point where you realise that space back air actually just bodies this matchup so good. Nice. Yeah, so you're doing quite good in advantage here. Although you are going quite aggressive with it, like oh, that was a dodgy interaction. Don't know what I saw there. Fucking love this music, man. Alright, that was actually a really good way of getting out of the jabs, because the jabs are hard. That was a nice turnaround as well. You're playing a lot better in this game. Like, because what you were doing is you were kind of trying to stay... You were staying grounded, but in a place where Rosa really wasn't scared of you. But what you've done in this matchup is that you've kind of put yourself in places where Rosa isn't actually allowed to commit. That said, this is lots of back airs. Oh, you go edge guard it. God damn it! Is that gonna kill? Nah. So recovering without a jump, yeah, good stuff. Yeah, that was nice. Also, yes, Josh, I'm reviewing any set, but there is a queue, so you'll kind of have to join into that. But I'll be live for a couple of hours at least, so So that was much better, obviously, because you won that one. I need to see a little bit more to try and really get a grasp of it.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright. So yeah, it looks like you already kind of like got it down that your dash attack kind of stuffs Luma's jab, which is really good. That was. I'm gonna try and not just give a matchup only things, because that's obviously not too helpful in the long run. All right. So I want you to take note of maybe start trying to take notes. I hope I can see you take note of the fact that Slump is almost always double jumping and up airing at the ledge. Wow, yeah. So he's always landing with an attack, which Rosa kind of has to because she's got nothing else. And he's always throwing out a hitbox through the stage with up air. Oh, I absolutely adore that. The pickup with the Luma dash attack. You should have died. Wow. Alright, that was good. You did punish the aerial attempt. I like how I called out some of his habits and then he just stopped doing them. Yeah, you didn't have a whole lot you could do about that. I mean, this is the issue with Falcon's recovery, because his recovery is that bad and Slump seems to be quite good at edge guarding it. So you kind of have to be prepared for that and either recover really quickly, because you're kind of double jumping and then recovering. Either recover really quickly or kind of DI down so you tech the stage first or something. I don't know, but like, you got to make sure you don't end up off stage when he's there to punish it, because he's been on point with those so far. The all important color change. Green Falcon's the way as well. I do feel like this sort of stage is best for you. I feel like all of these landing up airs you're doing, if you replace them with landing back air, you'd be getting so much more of it. Because, as you can see, Rose has actually got one of the longest grab ranges out of any non-tether character, and it's hurting you because they're just shield grabbing your up airs, unless you're waiting, because maybe jab could stuff it. I don't know. That was weird. I feel like that's a desperation option, really. It looks like an option you pick when you just can't find another way around whatever's happening. All right, that was nice. See, there was another slow recovery. See, I feel like Slump's actually giving you a bit too much benefit of the doubt there, because you're recovering quite slow each time, and he's got it. See, there's another upper. Please punish this. All right. You know, I'm not gonna be mad at someone who's like doesn't make a dumb commitment, but these are really the positions to be doing it. This is solid ledge play though, or like ledge guarding. Alright, yeah, no. I mean, that was served up to you on a platter, man. He flubbed the ledge setup completely, and just use jab 3, man. Yeah, see, there we go. I thought you could stuff it. Nice. Oh yeah, this is good play. You're gonna go and edge guard this. He's regrabbed the ledge. Yes, yes, okay. Yep. So this is solid, but you're definitely not, in my opinion, you're not really prioritizing when to go ham and when to play it patient. But yeah, I think I look at it and I feel like you've almost got it backwards. Because when he's off stage with no options, you're waiting at the ledge and letting him work from there where he finally does have options. But at the same time, when he's just above you, and he's still got things, but not a lot, you're going really aggro, and it's kind of letting him get down for free for a lot of times. But at the very least, I can say that your ledge guarding is fantastic. Oh, wow, you got away with that. Yeah, you should be doing what he's doing. Okay, I know it's a completely different character, but it's the same situation where they got a big old disjointed down air and against a crap recovery. I've just seen it. I've just seen why you're getting bopped to a disadvantage a lot. Wow, okay. Wow, he just forward smashed 3 times. Yeah, okay. Right. So, there's a few things I can throw in here. For the record, I think like that was kind of solid. Because I know Slump's a good Rosa. But there's definitely some things that I can see you doing that if you fixed, or even slightly fixed, it would improve your game massively. So I'm going to go to a situation... let's find the start of the game.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, get rid of the go first. Alright, we'll go with here. This is good. So, a concept that I want to kind of give to you is the idea of what I've always seen called zones, where obviously you've played it. I'm fairly sure you play other fighting games, so you understand the concept of zoning. And Rosa is what we would call like a really strong mid-range zoner. So I'm going to paint it in green and red. There we go. So this area here, like directly here, and even for the most part up here, because Luma up here is insane. That is all area that you are not allowed to go. This is Rosa's. She controls this bit. You're not allowed to hang around there. Maybe even a little bit further out here. Yeah, we'll go with that. Because Luma is like an amazing disjoint. And the jab is broken. Everything is busted in those areas. You can't actually do a whole lot about that. If you try and do something about that, you're probably just going to get hit. So where you want to be, for the most part, is here. This sort of area. This is good. Because from here, as Falcon, you have incredible burst movement options. You can either opt to dash grab it almost immediately, because the way how far he runs forward. You can opt to dash grab like straight up if you see him hesitate. Or if you see him throwing stuff out, you can dash attack it. And if you dash attack like at the right position, you'll go through Luma and you'll even connect with Rosa. Like your dash attack is actually insane for that. I'm sure you already know that. So this is just kind of like prefacing stuff. But that's important to remember. That in that area close up, if you're there and Luma's and like they're jabbing you and you're in shield, you just kind of have to be like, you know what? I've messed this up. I'm gonna retreat, or I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna reset the situation. I might take a little bit of damage, but I'm gonna reset and I'm gonna try again. Because the chances of you being able to get a fruitful conversion out of being in that position without having Luma in, like, without having Rosa in disadvantage, it just means bad news for you. The reason why Rosa is such a strong character is just because their neutral is busted. And that's because they just control this area where so many characters need to be. You don't need to be there. So make sure you take advantage of that. So that's one of the three things I want to mention. Number two, which I'm going to be able to find, is, I mean, I'm sure you caught out on some of the habits. So let's just turn this down. But Slump as a whole has done a great job of going off stage to edgeguard you. He didn't do it successfully there, but let's see if I can find a position where he's off stage and you're not. Right, here we go. Right, I'm going to go back slightly. So here we are. You've sent him off stage without Luma. Means that any attack they do is going to be laggy, or at the very least, they're going to mean they have to try and recover without a double jump. So shielding here is the right option, by the way. Now, in this position, Rosalina has no jump, has no way of attacking, and has an up B which has no hitbox. So, I'm assuming you're still watching. My man, what do you think is the correct option here? When you have the Luma, where there are options that you have three main options. You have jump, attack, and air dodge. No jump. No real, can't really attack without putting themselves in a terrible position. And again, air dodging is an option which you can't do while recovering. So they have to up B now. He has to up B. He can't do anything else. He can stall a little bit, but you can react to it. Your option here is to literally either run off back air, run off down air. You can even wait at the ledge, because I don't know whether you know this. You will know this now. It's that Rosalina's head goes above the ledge before she even snaps, because her ledge magnet on the up B is really wonky like that. So she's like super vulnerable. She's got more than just the 2 frames. She's got 4 or 5 frames where you can just murder her. Like the amount of times DX has cried because I've just eruptioned him at 40 and he's gone, and I'm in full rage. There's a surprising amount of similarities between Falcons and Rosa's up Bs. But Rosa's is worse, because even though it goes further, it's got nothing to defend it. And despite the similarities, he was coming off an edge guarding you every time, yet you weren't doing the same thing. In this situation, you should be going off and you should be down airing. But you've waited there, and admittedly, you've knocked him off stage again. But he gets back. And he should never have come back. That should have been the stock. Gone. GG. Game 3. That should have been the situation there. And there's so many times you watch that set. I think there was like at least half a dozen situations where he was off stage without his jump below the ledge, and you just let him grab the ledge again. And I'm sure you're probably used to other characters which are probably like safer off stage. But it's important to remember with a character who has got such large hitboxes as Falcon does, that you need to abuse them off stage against characters when they're in a really vulnerable position. Because Falcon's neutral is okay. His disadvantage is terrible, but the reason he's such a good character is because his advantage state is amazing. So just make sure you keep it in mind when you've got a character who's like, I can edge guard this. MJ is a London Falcon. He's pretty much a Wi-Fi warrior for the outside of Mondays. But he's really good at, looking at a recovery and be like, I can stomp that. Oh, I can edge guard this. So I feel like maybe this is gonna sound like bad advice, like if you think you take it at face value, but being a little bit more YOLO in those situations will probably be good for you. At the very least, being more YOLO in situations where, or like if you're unfamiliar, particularly in friendlies, just going a bit more YOLO. And if you find out like, okay, this recovery I just can't do anything about, then doing what you're doing there, because like I said, your ledge play is amazing. Like it's really good for a Falcon. So, obviously, keep that up, but make sure to know when to end it. Terminate that man's life. Because you can. Now, I've got one last thing I want to say before I get onto my next VOD. These have ended up going on way longer than I thought they would. But it's in the Lilac game I noticed it. You double jump out of hit stun so much, and you're taking so much more damage than you need to for it. See if I can find it. We will just watch and then we'll find something, yeah? Because when you get knocked out of hit stun, you almost always double jump out. Like you don't just land. Yeah, double jump. No jump there because he's knocked you out. Double jump. You didn't need to burn your jump there. Oh, okay, you actually air dodged there. See, now I'm watching a bit where you're not doing it. But like at least 80% of the time, you're double jumping straight away without even really reacting to what they're doing. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna leave this on while I keep talking. But the point is, like I said, your character's disadvantage state is bad as hell. You have to be really careful about it. You need that jump. But like to keep it in your head, like the way I like to look at it myself is as another character with a terrible recovery. It's like ammo. I need that. That's my one shot that I get to keep because I'm not allowed to use my B. Same as you. If I use my B, most characters are going to kill me for it if the other player is halfway decent. But if you're getting hit out of hits, if you're getting hit and you haven't got your jump here, he should have waited. He had no reason to jump because you had nothing there. Anyway, I'm gonna get on to the next VOD now because I've taken quite a while on this one. But the 3 key things for this one is remember where your effective zones are against every character, because you really need it. Or like your effective zones are in the same place for against most of the cast, which is kind of fortunate because your character does most of the the engaging. I'm trying to not use that word a lot. Number 2, know when to end it. Know when you can ruin them because they've got no options left. And number 3, make sure to just not burn your jump all the time because you do it a lot, and I can see some people like removing your life for it. Anyway, hope that's been good for you. I'm now going to load up next one. I know Jackster is in here, so he is the next one up. Him versus Quay. This is from our weeklies, and if I And if I recall correctly, the audio quality on this is bad. It's my commentary. Oh god. Alright, so I've already spoke to you a little bit about your cloud. I've already said before, I feel like it's very rigid. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. So it's going to be really quiet, but I want to be able to be heard over my own voice. But like if you watch your movement here, if you watch a lot of clouds, particularly good ones, is that they'll be doing the dash dance, they'll be doing dash dancing, they'll be perfect pivoting. That's not so necessary for you, but they'll be doing the dash dance and they'll be short hopping around, just trying to like microspace themselves a bit. But when I watch you, when you're in a position where you're like, I think it's neutral, once you're in advantage, you seem to be okay, which is really weird. But in neutral, there's a lot of rolls, a lot of sitting a shield. Sitting a shield isn't bad, but there's a lot of rolling, a lot of full hopping, and I feel like you really, you really get hurt because you're not playing neutral particularly well. You also land with down air all the time, and you should honestly be getting hurt more for it. I mean, I feel like I could like critique Quirt while I'm here. Maybe I'll do the same thing on the same VOD next week. But because I can't do two at once. You're welcome to send more in, Focus Miss, and I will get on them. Maybe it might not be today, but it will be next week. Actually, alright, hang on. Right, next time there's a downer, I'm going to pause it. Because I need to explain something about this move. Alright. But yeah, I mean, like the key thing is the fact that he's just moving around you. That's why you were getting like swamped. Because Cloud's a character which really needs to say, this is my area. I sit here. You have to come through this wall. But you kind of by leaving yourself more rigid, you weren't really. It's hard to explain, but it's like because your movement is less fluid than a better Cloud. Your movement doesn't flow as well. It's really, I feel, it really costs you because it means people are not as scared to move around you. See, in situations, see, look, these rolls, man. See, that was interesting. But I'm gonna I'm gonna go back over those last 10 seconds, because when I watch you moving, there's no walking, running, perfect pivoting, anything like that. It's almost like you're a chess piece. You're moving set amounts every time at a set timing. And we've all played chess. I hope we all know you can't just you're limited to certain spaces if you like that. You have to be more free flowing. This isn't a board game. This is like it's free flowing. I can't really explain it. I'm sorry. This is one thing I'm really struggling to explain properly, in my opinion. But if you just watch it. It's stopped. Sudden burst movement. That's pretty much set in stone. Stopped. Sudden movement. Stopped. Stopped. Okay, so we've got the attacks. This is fine. Stopped. Roll. Stop. Sudden movement. That's set in place. And you've lost neutral for it. Roll. Roll. You were just. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you. I honestly, I don't know how you managed to get away with that. I suppose it's just a lot of some of Quirt's issues as well. But this movement is like a lot of sitting in shield, but out of shield, you're not willing to. I've never seen you run out of shield. I don't think. I'm gonna see if I can catch you running out of shield. Or alright, there was a. Alright, I knew a lot of these downers weren't auto cancelled, but. Right, so I don't know what you were doing with those. You come down with a downer, yep. Alright, so while Quirt's got hit there because he's a clown, we're going to back up. And I'm going to pause here, just for the stream as a whole. So here, on this down air, yeah, there we go, River. It's a platformer. You know, you're playing Mario Odyssey, you're not playing Bomberman. Oh no, you're not playing an RPG or like Fire Emblem. You move like it's Fire Emblem. There we go. So the thing with the down air, that it is of course a fantastic option because if they auto cancel it, which they always should, if you're not auto cancelling, you've made an error straight up. Then it's pretty much safe on shield, and it pretty much reverses the pressure. However, the key issue with it is that there is actually a rather huge problem with the hitbox and the fact that it is just there. It's only on the sword, outside of the initial spike. So, any character, and the best part is once he's done, his airspeed isn't particularly great either. He can't move a whole lot outside of what he's already done. It's not like he can be like Wario or Yoshi or Puff where he can just wiggle around. It's not like he's going to wiggle down like this on the way down with the down air. He is stuck with this hitbox, and he is going to do one of three things. He's either going to go this way, he's going to go this way, he's going to go this way. And they all involve the hitbox being in the same place, below him. You can still hit him. Cloud is still right there. Vulnerable without the hitbox on top of him. Any character, no matter who you are, can get around it. Because they have to go high to auto cancel, because the auto cancel point is late. I'm not going to say you're going to punish it every time, but I'm saying if they're coming at you, you can move around it, especially a character like Sheik, who's got all the mobility in the world, particularly on the ground. Any character should really just go around it. You know, you go either that side. That's the worst arrow I've ever seen in my life. I'm very sorry. You either go this way or that way, and you put a hitbox in there. You know, Sheik's got big ass legs, man. That back air should always be hitting that. And yeah, as Riv said, there is this little foot here, this little feet, which you can hit as well. But Quirt's kind of like jumped straight into it. Really, he should have, like, you see the jump. It's right there, yeah. So rather than jumping in like these arrows, he's jumped into the sword. So he knows Jax is going to go one of three ways, and you were going to think he's going to look to go on stage. He's not going to come towards the left green arrow, because that puts him off stage. The right green arrow possible, and the middle green arrow possible, but they both mean that if you jump, I'm running out of colours, man. If you jump this way, you're pretty much guaranteed to miss the sword, and then you could stick out Sheik's long ass boot. That's a shoe, by the way. I'm gonna draw some laces on it. Yeah, I'm an artist, man. But you can put the big old shoe and kick Cloud in the face, and that is the issue. And this is why I feel like a lot of people need to remember this. A lot of people, especially lower level players, no burns to anyone in particular in here, by the way, but a lot of like lower level players, they see an option that is considered really strong or really broken. Like Cloud's assorted aerials, most of Bayonetta's B moves. I'm not going to touch Diddy because that character is actually dumb. But a lot of these people see these moves that are really broken and be like, oh, I can't do anything about it. It's too strong. There's no counterplay. There's always counterplay. There's counterplay to everything in this game. Except maybe Diddy's banana. No, I'm trolling. That's just my Diddy hate. But the point is that there's always counterplay, and a lot of people, they automatically turn their brain off when they see something they consider broken. They don't It's like they just choose to accept that they can't do anything about it. And it's not even like lower level players. I see it from everyone. I do it myself. Like, I'll see something like, there are sometimes situations like, okay, I can't punish that there. But sometimes I get in a really crap mentality and I'm like, oh, I can't do anything about that. It's broken. I was in that mood yesterday. I was playing against Bolby and he slapped me. I played the matchup badly. He played it really well. And he's not a bad player to begin with. And he just bodied me on stream. It was a bad time. But I'm just there like, oh, there's no counterplay. I can't do anything about this. It's a bad mentality. I shouldn't have that. I've been doing this for 7 years now. I should really be better than that by now, but I'm not. And that's why I'm the TO and commentator and all the other stuff, but I'm not the player that people look to when they think, that guy's strong. That guy could beat, that guy could, you know, cause mad upsets. You know. Anyway. Let's get on to the rest of this set, because it's not very long. So these, yeah, I remember getting annoyed on commentary seeing this because I was like, dude, what are these up smashes? Yeah, Bobby played Cloud versus me. The VODs will be up soon. Yeah, but it's similar to what I said to Azreal earlier. I don't know if you were here for that, but it's the same sort of thing. There, you have no reason to be committing like that at the ledge. It's not like, you know. Well, I mean, he's coming off the ledge. You automatically are in an advantage state there. You don't need to be making these dumb decisions. No. See, that was alright, but that's because it's safe. It's still not a great option. Yeah. See, we all know that down airs are just... See, this is... So, alright, see, this was fine. You were waiting. Like, you were just kind of like letting him do stuff. And this is good play. And we know that it all goes to shit in a second. I hope you saw that you lost your jump. So something that everyone's really bad. Yeah, also Jackson, I'm just going to straight up say, don't do that. You're not at a level where you need to be thinking about that sort of thing. The most important thing to be thinking about is the solid gameplay. Making sure you're making the right decisions. Make sure you're doing the things that are going to be optimal in the positions. Once people get to, like, I don't know, top 15 UK, then you can think about stuff like that. But in the meantime, it's not really on the cards. Right, so I'm going to go back really briefly to where he starts hitting you. Not far enough. Right, you burned your jump here, and I don't think you realise you burned it. There. You see, right, I'm going to have to try and... Man, I don't know how you go back frame by frame. But we're going to have to just go back slightly. Right, okay, you ready? There. You see, you've started your jump. Yeah, the VODs are available. I'll load it all on my YouTube channel later. But here, you see... Oh, my mouse shows up on the screen. That's neat. Alright, you see there? That is you jumping. I swear if I do the arrows, it doesn't do it frame by frame. Whoops. My bad. No, it does it seconds. Oh, wait. Oh, I see what you mean. Nice. It does it. But yeah, so you see that you've jumped and you've gotten hit out of your jump. Now, in situations like that, you need to be extra aware of this little bubble here, this little ring. This shows you've jumped. This applies to everyone, by the way, because the amount of times I've seen people be like, "Oh man, I lost my jump. I didn't know I'd lost it." And whether it's a John or whether it's real, I don't know. But you have to be super aware of that. If you're choosing to jump out of a string, you have to be ready to look for that. Because if you jump and that's happened, then you need to know that your jump is gone. And because that stays as well, I guarantee you that's there for the next frame. Yeah, like, even though you've been hit, the ring stays there. And that is a super, super handy way of knowing that you've fucked up. I mean, the best thing there was to just not jump out. Something that a lot of people who play bad characters, a lot of them struggle to realize that sometimes, like, you know what, it's fine. I'm going to take this damage. I'm going to wait till I'm in a situation where the 50-50 or is less of a 50-50, if that makes sense to anyone. That's a really crap way of explaining it. But if people can wait and, you know, think like, okay, I'm now in a position where it's okay for me to try and pick an option. I'm a sucker for it as well. You just watch my VODs versus Wef and he just starts spamming adders like an absolute scrub. And he just keeps comboing me. But that, I mean, but this is what I was saying. Like, when you're in neutral... I've slowed it down again. Whoops. So from here, because you've cross-slash, I am expecting you to do, like, one of two things. Like, you are going to be your standard self. You're going to be... whoops. You're going to, like, be a chess piece because you're stood here. And you're not going to, like, do, like, a back-away short hop to... like, this is something that a lot of clouds do, by the way, is they'll hit a shield and then they'll turn around and short hop. Or they'll just short hop in place because they, like... I've got all these busted aerials. My aerials are dumb. They are so broken. I can hit someone's shield with them and they can't do shit about it. And this is what solid clouds do. But instead with you, what you've done is you're either gonna down tilt, roll, or roll the other way. And it's like you're never gonna mix up where your positioning is. Like if you're playing it correct, people are gonna be like, where the fuck is he gonna go? He could go anywhere here. He could even cross me up if he wants to. But like a lot of people they're like, I don't know where he's gonna go. But with you, we know that you're pretty much going to go from here to here to here. And it's, like I said, it's like a chess piece. You've got set positions from a certain scenario. And I feel like that really is what hinders you as a cloud player. Because we know you're not going to pick certain options. Or worse, something you like to full hop in a situation. So you're going to go way up there and come down with something, and it's going to be so telegraphed that they've seen it coming in the post, saw your option, and then they're going to be able to counterplay it like from ages away. But I mean, that's pretty much it. So key things for me is work on that movement. The movement is the number one thing for me. Work on not panicking when you're in disadvantage, because that's going to be super important for Cloud, because his disadvantage is not good. I'm very proud of myself for in the commentary of this VOD I'd said about, you know, whoops, 1 second. My webcam is trash. It's, for me, learning the movement it's about just being like, it's almost like just learning all your options. It's better to learn this techie movement and spam it too much to begin with and then level it out, rather than be like, well, this is too much really, I'm going to stick to simple stuff. Because at the very least at a lower level, it doesn't matter a whole lot if you do overly technical TPL bullshit. Because you're still learning it's just learning how to apply it. Nah, burning, fam. You need to stop dropping these excuses in my chat, fam. But it is easier with some characters than others. Like movement with like with Sheik is pretty easy. But with certain characters, it's a real difficulty to learn. But that's the character. You've chosen that character. You either learn that character's movement and you learn how to use the character to the best potential, or then I don't know. all I can say is that you've got to learn how to use your character properly. This is like, I mean, if they're not gonna learn how to play the character properly and how to do their stuff as they're supposed to use the tools with that character. If you don't use the character's tools properly, then it's basically like you're going into like building an IKEA wardrobe without a screwdriver. You haven't got the tools to get the job done. Legit. If you're gonna not move properly or whatever, then it's like whatever. And yes, Lee is right. Ike's movement is actually really easy in the grand scheme of things. Applying it properly is hard, but the actual movement itself is easy because it's not very deep, and he's a very rigid character. Anyway, so that's that set done. I've got 2 left here. I've got Smash That, which was given by Yoshirak. Sorry for making you wait a long ass time. I'm gonna make you wait another few minutes. I will be back very shortly because I need to get a drink. Be back in just a couple of minutes, guys. Sorry, did you not like my intermission panel? Let me fix it for you. I'm writing with a bad mouse here. You're going to have to forgive me. Anyway, I am back. So we're going to get this on. We're going to get this playing. So, oh boy, another cloud. Man, I'm going to become a cloud expert by the end of this. So, I hope you've been watching the whole time because the Azreal and the Jaxter videos could possibly both apply to you. So, if you haven't watched them, just let me know and I won't refer to them. But if you were watching, then I'll add that. I'll include references to those. Anyway, so let's get this rolling.
We got SCR7.
Oh. And it looks like Yoshirak is actually going to opt to go with his Cloud.
Yeah. He went Cloud in doubles as well. Like,
I mean, that makes perfect sense.
I never seen his Yoshi yet. I mean,
really?
Yeah.
Well, I know that he is a Yoshi main, but I'm not surprised that he's opting to go Cloud in the Corin matchup.
Cloud as well against Corin. Will was telling me he was warming up against SCR's Cloud. It's just really the pin you got to worry about, but Cloud is basically better Corin.
Oh, this is not a great VOD. Let me. Alright, it's just about to start.
Better against Corin than Yoshi.
Alright, let's see what we're working with here. Let me turn this down. This is kind of loud. There we go.
Now, I have to say I'm a little bit concerned for Yoshirak because secondary clouds very rarely work out well, and I can't say I can see it working out too well against the player of the caliber of SCR.
Alright, later, Jaxter.
I suppose we'll see what unfolds here.
Alright, so we all know SCR is a strong Corin, so... Oh lord, okay.
Yoshirak's just been...
Oh, this VOD.
He's playing very patiently and very good reactive play, just letting SCR approach him.
Yeah, as much as I questioned it, I'm liking his play actually. He's showing that he has general cloud knowledge, auto-cancelling his down is.
Yeah. Maybe he's been practicing.
Yeah. got a decent advantage. Okay, hasty up smash there that wouldn't actually have even gotten the kill. Could have pressured better with up tilt there or something.
You know what? I'm gonna stay kind of quiet because Brad's commentary is actually very good on this. He's actually pointing out a lot of stuff, so I'm gonna leave it on. No, this is not your VOD. I just realized this is Yoshirax's. Did you record this straight from the stream? Man is on that hype. But yeah, make sure you watch this back without me. Because Brad's actually making a lot of good comments, even just a minute into it. Anyway, back to my stuff then.
SCR is opting to play a bit more patient in the footsies.
That was weird.
Which is good, because he's asking Yoshirax to approach him now.
Yeah.
But
and I really like the early up B. I like the idea behind the early up B to get through the Dragon Fang shot, but it also put him on stage in a bad position where he got pinned.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is solid play so far.
Problem right now, man. Yoshirax kind of taking it to him.
Yeah, he's in the lead so far, but SCR known for his adaptive skills.
Yeah. I think he's thrown out a few options a bit preemptively, like dash attacks and up smashes, but his out of shield game is really good, picking all the right options, and his ledge coverage ain't bad either. As I say that, he misses a roll. But again,
He's a nice nares that shield.
And now he's got limit.
So I like this patience. Never mind. I was gonna say I was liking the patience there, but then you kind of went for a really YOLO option that was like gonna get you hurt.
Back on stage a bit freely.
He's gonna put a bit of shield damage on in there, and then maybe look for a flash. And he gets it.
Oh, okay. Just suddenly teleports into it.
And presence of where SCR is going.
Yeah. From SCR7.
Yeah, it's good, some good pin play.
1-2-4 and 1-2-7.
Gets a trump, but still gets a grab as a follower, as a backup.
Okay, good. Using the aerial cross slash just.
Alright, so a lot of these high up
More
Bs.
than the secondary seems from Yoshirax.
Definitely seems like it's well rehearsed. I don't know why he's not going for the cross slash out of his down throws, because it's just free damage, but. Hey,
He's not going for it, Brad, because it's not true, you dingus.
Yoshirax is he's definitely playing patient and very comfortable. It's not
Yeah, so I am liking the patience, but that said, oh yeah, no, so okay, maybe there'll be more because I couldn't really see a whole lot there because of the positioning on the stage. Maybe I'll see more later.
He is expending his jumps a little bit too much, I think, to the point where
he is doing a lot of neutral.
Yeah, he's jump neutral and then taking damage on his landings. And as I say this, SCR7's got a crazy combo going. Good early up B again, though. I like that from Yoshirax.
I expect to see you get body for these early up Bs later.
Oh, I love the idea for SCR7. Yeah. Looking for an air dodge, but Yoshirax chooses to land with a down air instead. Good spot dodge.
Spot dodge footsies, but Yoshirax is going to help with that exchange. Just tap to build damage.
Yeah. Oh, I'm surprised you're alive.
Careless with his recovery.
Yeah. Okay, she was to get up attack.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Start killing very soon now. Maybe now, in fact. Tries to two-frame with that smash.
They're looking for
You are burning your double jumps very early. Yeah.
But the back air from the stun is going to do it. When I was trying to ultimate the pin mixed up with the back air. Actually, it's getting me thinking about players. We've got a number of Corins.
We do have.
But I was wondering who the best Corin
Yeah. Okay. So that was there was. I mean, it wasn't bad gameplay by any means.
Is it Frog? He's on the PR.
But
I think it's Frog and then Zone. But I think they're very close, Frog and Zone. I think SCR7's Diddy is a lot better than his Corin personally. I think his Diddy is really good, but played his Corin and SCR7.
See if I can pick up more of this game.
Yoshirax going to stick with the Cloud. I mean, it was doing decently. It was just a couple kind of questionable choices here and there. But for the most part, I like his play on a fundamental level. Yeah.
So if Jackson's going to come back and watch this, because I hope he is, the sort of like the neutral spacing that you're doing is very good for him. That said, I find a lot of your options quite baffling.
Nice tomahawk there for Yoshirax.
Touching out, I like how Yoshirax is changing his style a bit in the last game. Going a bit for more unorthodox options. Straight up cross slash and neutral.
It's a decent move to stuff out approaches.
Oh jeez, this VOD.
Considering the range and how much damage it does.
Moke, please upload the real VODs.
Oh, good. Excellent roll rate there from Yoshirax. Just grabs him right out of it. He's got him in the ledge. Oh, I think he was looking for a cross.
Then Yoshirax was really going for these dash speeds with the grabs a bit too hastily.
Oh, tries to punish that Dragon Bite on shield, out of shield.
I'm sorry, I'm really struggling to follow what's happening.
I get the idea, I suppose. It's like a pin.
Yeah, okay.
Good stuff from SCR.
He's just kind of suffocating you.
So far this set.
Yeah, or he all did that from a landing bait.
Yeah.
So
Took an entire stop from the landing bait there. And then the F smash again, a bit too committal in this situation. No rage, it might not even have killed, even with how strong Cloud's F smash is.
Yeah, dude, why are you committing to grabs there?
It's just Yoshirax, like, he's playing so well, and then he'll just do something where it's just like, huh.
I know, they just something he can use like a jab.
Alright, so you've pretty much fallen apart at this point. I feel like this is more of a mental thing. Yeah, it's definitely just a stream quality not being great. But basically, you've like gone a stock down, and all the composure you had in the first game, because you played the first game pretty well. But all the composure you had just kind of gone out the window here, and you're just pressing stuff. Like I can't really explain it. Like I suppose I can actually. I'll make an attempt to explain it. That's why I'm here. So what's happening is you've decided, right? I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna engage, but you're deciding that like 2 seconds ago. By the time you've engaged, SCR has since moved, made himself a cup of tea, finished said tea, come back, read the paper, and by that time, you've then done this option which you decided you were going to do ages ago. And he's just moved, he's moved out of the way long ass time ago, and he's just punishing you for it. And it happened like 3 times on a spin. You ran up, did a grab. You ran up, did a grab. You then ran up and did a jab. And all 3 times he was no longer anywhere near you. So that's like, I don't know, I feel like that's fallen apart, so I expect to see like more of the same and just get bodied here.
You can see he's reading his jumps as well out of he's still jumping a lot.
I think he's being impatient. He really wants to land on the stage, but he's going too far into it. And he's getting punished by this.
And there you go.
Yeah.
Took extra knockback from Charles.
Yeah, like I feel like at that point, like if we're gonna continue with our sports like metaphors. It was boxing. He'd rocked you. He'd hit you on the chin. And you were just panicking like, oh no, it's my last stock of the game. Throwing haymakers everywhere. And I like how my hands are just blurs on this camera. I need a better camera. But you're just throwing punches. Nothing's landing because your brain's now no longer working. His is fine. He's just moving out of the way. And he's just gone. And he's just constantly like countering everything. All of these really bad options. And that's why that last game steamrolled. But it was honestly solid up until that point. I'm gonna go back and watch a little bit, see if I can pick up on some other things, particularly from game 1, because I did struggle to really see any key things that stood out to me.
Now, I have to say I'm a little bit concerned for Yoshirax because like secondary clouds very rarely work out well, and I can't say I can see it working out too well against the player of the caliber of SCR7, but I suppose we'll see.
So bear in mind that this is a double swordy matchup, so it's kind of weird to begin with, because both of you are kind of not like engagey characters. Both of you kind of want to stand there and put out a wall of hitboxes.
He's playing very patiently and very good reactive play.
We're just going to pause it now to answer a few things. I've got a few things. I have a set from a Norwegian player, and I don't know if I have anything else up after that. I think there's some stuff that was posted in Twitch chat. Let's see. I think Balboa posted something. Yeah, he did. And Maggi asked for something, but I'm fairly sure he didn't give me a link. So, yeah, just link it in Twitch chat and I'll watch it. And I'll hopefully try and get it done before I get too tired. But, yeah.
Letting SCR approach him.
Yeah, you know, as much as I questioned it, liking his play act, he's shown that he has general cloud knowledge. Auto-cancelling his down is.
Yeah. Nobody's been practicing.
Yeah. Got a decent okay. Hasty up smash there that wouldn't actually have even gotten the kill. Could have pressured better with up tilt there or something.
SCR is opting to play a bit more patient in the footsies, which is good because you know, he's asking Yoshirax to approach him now.
Yeah. And I really like the early up B. I like the idea behind the early up B to get through the Dragon Fang shot, but it also put him on stage in a bad position where he got pinned.
Yeah, you just gotta take risks.
That's not seem like a massive problem right now, man. Yoshirax kind of taking it to him.
Yeah, he's in the lead so far, but SCR known for his adaptive skills.
Yeah. I think he's thrown out a few options a bit preemptively, like dash attacks and up smashes, but his out of shield game is really good, picking all the right options, and his ledge coverage ain't bad either. As I say that, he misses the roll. But again, look, good out of shield and air, and now he's got limit. What's he going to do with it? Okay.
Oh, overextends with a dash attack.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that dash attack.
I was thinking he was going to do it for a limit, but Yoshirank's just letting him back on stage a bit freely.
He's going to put a bit of shield damage on in there, and then maybe look for a flash.
Oh,
he gets it.
Great limit turnaround.
Alright, so something I've noticed is that you're very willing to just kind of give up stage. If you watch a lot of the neutral play, or even when you've got an advantage but you both got your feet on the ground, you're pretty much retreating the whole time. I can understand why you would do that, but I think that's costing you because it's very rare that you're just you're approaching, or you're you're putting the pressure on. You it's like you're keeping it on low heat, but you're not actually turning it up on him and making him make a decision, or putting the pressure on him to do something. We'll probably work from here. Next time you get the advantage, we'll see. All right.
Yeah, it's good pin play.
1-2-4 and 1-2-7.
Gets a trump, but still gets a grab.
You're never going to get advantage. You're never going to get neutral back now, are you?
Good, using the aerial cross slash to stall his momentum. Yeah.
It's more than a secondary, it seems, from Yoshirak.
Definitely seems like it's well rehearsed. I don't know why he's not going for the cross.
There we go. All right. So you're in neutral now. Let's see if you do what I think you're going to do, which is you're going to get the stage control, or you're going to gradually give it up. Because even if you get stage control, I think you'll gradually give it up anyway. So you've got the stage control. No, man, he rolled in. You actually went for something and he rolled in. So that's the worst possible example ever.
Yoshirak he's definitely playing patient and very comfortable. He's not rushing, which I like. Yeah. Because he's not too pressed by SCR.
Alright, never mind. I'm not going to be able to find it. But basically, there's a clip, there was a bit early on where you were you're in neutral. You had him pressured at the ledge. We say you had him pressured at the ledge, but both your feet were on the floor. And you gradually kind of shuffled away from the ledge until he was back in neutral. Putting on a little bit more pressure, because Corrin is a character without really much in the way of an out of shield game. Out of shield Nair maybe, but other than that, they can't really do a whole lot out of it. Especially to Cloud. So if you just continue to pressure them, you don't need to give away your stage control. Your Cloud. Unless you're against a character with incredible burst movement, you don't have to worry all that much. You can just stay. You can plant yourself in that area and be like, I'm putting my wall of hitboxes here. You're not going to be able to move beyond that. I'm sorry I don't have many more concrete tips for you, Yosha. I know you've been waiting a little while. So I'm sorry about that, but yeah, it's not bad. Is what I'm getting at. It's a solid pocket Cloud, Genko Wakuru, and all that crap. Right. Anyway, on to the next VOD. If you have any questions, because I know I've not been able to explain a whole lot just off the VOD. If you have any questions, DM me and I'll try and answer them there. Right. I got this one, which is. Hopefully this won't appear all weird. It's going to appear all weird, isn't it? Theater mode. Is that going to work? How's this going to look? Oh, that actually works okay. Cool, I'm happy. It cuts off the corners a little bit. I can't do a whole lot about that. This is not the VOD that I was linked to. I've been linked to the start of a friendlies, I think. Yeah, no, dude, this is not what this was not helpful. Whoever it was who sent me this, it was a... Oh, let me just check it. Sorry, guys. Messaging... Oh, 2 hours, 3 minutes. Okay. Gonna watch it in. 480, just so I can make sure it works. Well, someone was hyped there. Alright, so this is batch. He's the Diddy player. Yeah, the corners have been cut off ever so slightly. You guys can survive. This is why I wanted YouTube videos, really. So he's playing against Canary Bird, who I know is a solid player. This is aggressive. Yeah, dude, honestly, that was just really good play from Canary Bird. Wow. Shined it and just got denied anyway. So that was the most stereotypical Diddy main side B I've ever seen in my life. The fact this trading tilts me, because these are telegraphed as hell. Well, okay then. Damn. So I have plenty of things I can say there, but I'm gonna wait to see another game before I really delve into it. Oh. Alright, N. Alright, I guess I'll talk about the Diddy now then, because you've switched. So, hang on, we're gonna crack out the... There we go. So, first thing I noticed was that it did not look like a main Diddy. If that was your main, then I apologize. But it looked like a Diddy that's kind of watched a lot of stuff. It looks like a Diddy that's kind of watched a lot of players and seen that these are good options. Like, this forward air is good. This side B is good. And then uses the opportunity to use those options at every time. You go back for game 3-4. Okay, then I'll skip. Oh, okay, I skipped a bit too far. We'll go from here. Alright, and so I'll keep watching this then. But it looks... I'm seeing a lot of like Diddy... I'm seeing Diddy things. But... should have died for that. curious to hear how you won, because I'm assuming you won this game if there was a... We're gonna get down tilt forward smash, aren't we? I know it. I don't know how you're still alive actually. Oh, he tried to do the thing again. Alright. So, I'm going to pause it before this last game. I'm going to warn you now, I'm really not a fan of Diddy Kong as a character. So, it's going to sound a bit flamey. I promise I don't mean to sound like I hate everything. But it's just how Diddy makes me feel. But it's something a lot of top tier players do. And as judging by your Twitch name, you know, I can kind of tell. That there a lot of people who play a strong character, like a really strong character, like the Diddies and the Bayonettas, and even the Clouds, and I suppose the Sheiks as well. So those four are the main four, but like the main one is Diddy. Because that's the one that that allows people to do this the most. Is they know what they want to do. They have their game plan. Right, I am going to get a banana, and then I am going to do this, and I am going to approach with forward air or double back air, and I am going to monkey flip to recover, and all this stuff. They'll have all of this stuff in mind. They know their game plan, but they have zero idea. Maybe zero is a bit harsh. They have very little idea nor care about what the opponent's game plan is and how they should counterplay that. That's a problem a lot of people have, but it's more obvious in people who play really strong characters because they can get away with it. If you play like Little Mac or something and you just think, well, I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna do perfect pivot up tilt and then I'm gonna down tilt and KO punch him, and you're gonna get bodied because then someone's just gonna play against your character. But like with a character as strong as Diddy Kong, you can get away with it. You can do your things, and a lot of characters are going to have a really hard time getting around it. They're going to have a hard time counterplaying just your character's autopilot gameplay, I guess. I suppose that's the way I want to say it, is sort of like there's not a whole lot of when I'm watching your Diddy, I'm not seeing a whole lot of counteracting his gameplay. I see you reacting to his stuff, like at the end there, it's like, he went through me with a side B, so I can down tilt this. But I don't see any particular, this is Fox, he wants to dash attack me, he is going to come at me with these things, therefore I am going to wait and I am going to be able to be prepared for those options and play against them. And I guarantee you'd have you would have had a whole lot of more success just in this set, even if you just thought Fox wants to dash attack me, because he does. It's literally all he wants to do. He wants to dash attack you. Or you got Fox can't do anything off a grab at higher percent. So if I am worried and I feel like a kill setup is coming, I am going to shield. You would probably not die to things as much there. And this is why my personal hatred with Diddy is a thing, because there's a bunch of things, but Diddy the character allows you to do it because he forces the other person to counterplay them so hard that the Diddy Kong player themselves don't really need to worry that much. But they do get to a level, namely the level you're at now, where and against the character that can deal with Diddy pretty sufficiently as well, that you're going to be caught out by if you're not trying to counterplay them. You got to know what your opponent's going to want to do. You have to know their game plan. This is matchup knowledge. Anyway, we'll watch this last game now. Also, hey CRZ, how you doing? But yeah, so we'll watch. So Blake, I'm gonna try and make a point of showing that like he's gonna Canary is gonna be looking for your stuff. He's looking for the down two. He's looking for the border. He's even looking for the monkey flip. I swear he's punished nearly every monkey flip, or at least been in the right position to do so. But there's a lot of what I'm watching a lot of your things. I'm watching a lot of things here, and I'm like, who's this hitting? See, Canary is just kind of throwing out smashes. But dude, alright, that's a good opportunity. So, you're in neutral right there. I can't, how do I go back like one spot? There we go. So, there you go, you've hit him. He's now at the ledge. He's pressured. Okay, you know, like you've got stage control. But you've then just thrown a bunch of forward airs out. And admittedly, forward air is strong and it does stuff things. But he's not moved. So, it's, you know, that's fine. I'll allow that one. Who's that hitting? He's seen, like, by this point, I think Canary has looked at it and been like, he's not going to move here. He's not going to run at me. He's going to continue to throw this shit out. You're not hitting anyone. He's got a rat. And you, admittedly, you've still stopped him, and it still worked. But that's a good example of the sort of thing I'm saying. You're pressing so many buttons, and you're like, it's okay. I'm Diddy Kong. I can get away with this because I'm a busted character. Sorry, this is not as helpful as you probably were hoping it was going to be. But this is the point. You're not looking at the character and thinking, he is going to come at me from these angles. And I feel like that's probably what cost you here overall. And honestly, Canary is missing so many punishes. I'm actually tilted, considering I play against foxes that murder me the first time I do something wrong. Like I got some advice for that guy as well. But like you can see the physical change in your game plan. The physical change, like as soon as he hit like 110, 120, your game plan changed immediately. Like it's like a switch flicked in your head saying, "Oh, he's at kill percentage now," and you're just ready to clap him because it's all you want to do. Because now you know you can kill him with down to up smash or something, and it means that you're kind of throwing away the other stuff. Like anything else that you're doing to keep the fox out or keep the fox at bay, you've thrown it out because you're like, I can kill now. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm Diddy, I can clap constantly. And it's fine. Because it's probably going to work to a degree anyway. And it's going to get you to a decent level. But the issue is that players will eventually going to catch on. He knows you're looking for the clap. And he's like, it's fine. He's going to clap me. He's going to try and do it. And eventually he's going to do it. I'm sure you will eventually land it. Because you're doing it so often. But he is aware of that. And you are going to take so much damage for it. And the fact he didn't punish that is annoying me. And yeah, that was just a bad recovery. Alright. I made all that show and dance about the clap and you ended up killing with up air. So I want to point out, like, all of these short hop aerials you're throwing out, and he is moving around them. Just like Canary is moving around these attacks, and you are getting blown up in this stock for it. You're dead, yeah. Yeah. I want you to look at how many times you press the A button compared to the R button there, or whatever you use to shield. I want you to just take note of it, or how many times you just stopped. The scariest thing in this whole game is Diddy Kong not committing with a banana in his hand. I don't care what anyone says about Bayonetta, like in the middle of a ladder combo, or Cloud with Limit. The scariest thing in this game is Diddy Kong with a banana in his hand, because he has the whole world available to him. He can do anything with a banana in his hand. Remember that if you don't remember anything else about this, other than the fact that me taking the piss out of Diddy because I hate it so much. Remember that Diddy Kong with a banana in hand and waiting for the opponent to do something is fucking terrifying. What the fuck are you supposed to do about it? Just keep track of that, okay? You'll be so much better off if you waited a little bit more. I feel like that's definitely what's costing you the most at the moment. Right, let's get some of these let's get some of the other sets on. I hope this has been a little bit helpful for you. I know it's been a little bit of a pee take, but yeah. It's not like you're a bad Diddy Kong. It's not like you're a trash player, because you're not exactly doing badly here. Although it is Norway, but Sorry, I can't chat shit about Norway actually, because WEA has knocked me out of Syndicate. But yeah, just work on not committing so hard all the time, and you'll do a good deal better. Right, I'm now going on to the next game, which I believe is Balboa's. It's nearly 9 o'clock. I'll try and get through these ones. I'll try and get through these, and then I'll probably be done for the day. Alright. So we got, yeah, okay. Alright, so the Bayonetta, Rip Luigi. This is really quiet. Alright, I like this. Ah, dude! You should have just witch twisted that! Alright, so I'm already gonna say that your punish game is not strong. Hello, Eddie Bowman. The lack of comms is good for me watching it, don't you worry. Yeah, okay. That was nice remark, Blue. No, I'm not playing with chat, fam. I'm watching videos and I'm analysing it for people. Just read people's chart titles first, man. Maggie, don't do this. Well, that was unfortunate. Alright, so first thing up, Craig. Not gonna lie, I don't know if it's just for that game or something, but your punish game was arse. Like fully, that's I don't know. Like I mean, you had so many things there that you could have done. You had you had the long ass combo potential there, and you just kind of flubbed him. Like there was a time where you hit him with a side B, and then like you have the combo from there. You can do a true thing from that, and you left him. Like if this is the level your Bayer is at the moment, the thing you need to work on the most already, just from one game, is the punish game. You need to work on getting these devastating combos down, because you're playing a character and you're not utilizing their most broken strat, the broken thing. Like everyone knows, Bayonetta is like a strong character overall, but the biggest thing about the character is how much they'll like just off of one punish they can ruin you. But in this situation, if I was like Blue, I'd be like, it's alright, doesn't really matter, you know. I mean, yeah, I got hit, but I'm only taking like 15%, and then it's back to neutral. So work on that more than anything. We'll watch another one. I'm assuming this is a game 5 set because this is long as hell. I don't think I'll watch the whole thing, because I've got 3 other VODs queued up, and I've got like an hour left before I really need to get ready for tomorrow. Oh, I paused it by accident. Well done, mate. It's not just me, is it? This VOD is really quiet. Also, I'm really not sold on these aggressive downwards angled after burner kicks. I mean, that would have been nice. However, you had a true combo after that side B. Yeah, I'll turn the VOD up a little bit on your end. All right, that's nice. That was nice. That was a good punish. But you had a lot of time in the wall. You had a lot of time to figure that one out. Yeah. Like your neutral isn't bad. It's pretty solid, all things considered. Like there are a lot of questionable. You do some questionable things, but otherwise it's alright. I mean that was nice, but like that was a lot of extra work that you didn't really need to do. I'm really not sold on these jumping into them, by the way, because it's Robin. You know, they got a big old sword. It's longer range than yours. They're longer range than your legs. He killed himself, didn't he? Yeah. Yeah, straight up, I'm just gonna say it's just your punish game. You need to sit down in the lab, or just like, even in friendlies, and just focus on trying to get these big combos, because they're not the hardest thing in the world to do. Like they're not easy. But it's not like, but it's the thing that's really essential for Bayonetta. Like you already know that. And like your resets are good, your neutral is solid, even your defensive game is really nice actually. You're really using all of Bayer's tools in the defensive side of things. But this punish game needs so much work. See, that is nice. Like, but like you're confirming that you haven't landed the hit, and you're like, okay, I'm out. But I don't know. I just feel like you're just missing stuff that we know is true. Admittedly, his SDI is quite nice. Shame was recovering, isn't? Yeah, I'm fully not sold on those down angled, those down kicks, man. See, that was alright, but like you can. I think just maybe your timing is a bit slow or something. I don't know. Because I refuse to believe his SDI is this good that he's avoiding every single combo you're trying. I mean that was solid play, but it wasn't the punish game, if you get me. The witch times were great. I don't know what else I can glean from this. I'll watch one more. I don't know what else I'll be able to get from this, really. Because because when I'm watching you play, like everything else looks good. There's very little that I can pick out and say that is bad. Like in terms of the neutral, a lot of these down angled kicks, I feel like they're just kind of Hail Marys. Please God, I want to get in. And these like when you fail the approach attempt, it's good. Like you've done it, and it's like okay, that's fine. And yes, you'll see me at PogChamp tomorrow. Wow. I reckon maybe working on at least starting the combos from like grounded up B1. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to tell you how to do the combos. I can't play Bayonet to save my life. This character the character is just not my style of character at all. But you're definitely hurting yourself by relying on resets rather than the actual combos. Yeah, dude, I can't really get anything else off this. I'm sorry, but it's just constantly missing. You're landing the combo starters, and then you're missing the follow-up off that. So it's just going to be a case of timing. PogChamp is a weekly in Cambridge, on every Wednesday. Usually involves me and Wef playing grand finals. But yeah, just punish game. It's all I can say. I'm sorry, I can't really give you any like intense diagrams or anything cool like that. It's just the punish game. Just if you get those combos going, you'll see your results go up so fast. Because even if you get like small combos off of these like missed conversions, that's still an extra 15% of every conversion of every hit. If you just get that mod pack, get that training mode mod pack that people have been using, get that going, and you'll be fine. You'll be home and away. Anyway, hope that's good for you. Right, I'm going to turn that down immediately because that's going to be loud. Right, okay. Oh, this is the cursed set. Oh man, that laptop struggles with this so much. They're only cursed sets because you complain about your character with the top one neutral, then losing your then like get with like no kill power and then suddenly getting beat because rage is like, oh surprise. So you're doing good so far. This is good play. That said, this is what we can expect, really, isn't it? Oh, well, that was bad. You kind of deserve to die for that, but, you know, not high enough percent, I guess. Right, well, you didn't DI that properly. I already spoke to you about that. See, I'm watching this, but I'm also taking into account all the stuff I've learned from playing you as well. That was a nice up smash. Oh, I know what's coming. Yeah, the famous moment. Alright, so I can already tell you because I've played you multiple times, but that set is a good example of it. While your inputs and a lot of your stuff is pretty solid, your mentality when you play... Of course I laughed. It's Charizard. Love that character. I do love seeing rage stuff occur as well. So, when I watch you play, you remind me of like, I don't know, I've got to think of a good metaphor. I need to keep my metaphors on point. But it's like a malnourished dog or something. You just there, and you're like, as soon as anything has happened, as soon as you're in neutral or anything at all, as soon as you're there, you like at all times you're thinking, right, when am I getting my next hit? When am I next going to land a hit? Because I watch you play, and there's no like because you're thinking, I'm Sheik, I've got the best neutral tools in the game. I am going to be able to force this and force my next hit on the opponent, so I can then do advantage state Sheik things. And then as soon as that finishes, when can I land my next hit? In my opinion, and this sort of like one track mind when you're playing shows through when I'm having conversations with you about just like when I say dude just needle. I'm not explaining it the best way then, but what I'm getting at is that you're Sheik. You have, as I said, probably the best neutral in the game. Only other contender in my opinion is Diddy, again. But you do pretty much considerably have the best, the best neutral in the game. You don't need to fiend for the next hit. You're Sheik. It'll come to you. Just put the pressure on lightly. They'll leave you an opening. You don't need a big opening to get anything done as Sheik, because everything's so fast and so lagless. Just chill. You don't need to go ham. Once you've landed the hit in neutral, sure, go for it. Go do Sheik advantage state things. And then once it's lost, it's fine. Just chill out. Scout out their options. I'm not saying wait and let them come towards you. But I'm saying that you need to think about the situation, think about your opponent's options, think about how they're going to want to do, how they're going to want to fight you. When I play against you, I get almost all of my damage off waiting for you to try and short hop and attack me with an aerial when I'm playing Sonic. I know you're going to do it because you do it all the time. You're looking to approach by you're either going to let dash grab, which admittedly works solidly against me because I'm trash at dealing with those, or you're gonna do an approaching forward air or back air on there or something. I'm Sonic. I have a spin dash that's intangible. I'm gonna hit you out if you try and do that, and I'm ready for it. And I am always ready for it because you always do it. That's how I get almost all of my damage. If you weren't so eager to approach, then I wouldn't have a problem really. Or like you wouldn't have a problem with my Sonic, in my opinion. Because everything else about your play doesn't really scream bad to me. It's just the thought process when you're playing autopilot. It's similar. It's similar to the Diddy guy from earlier, the Norwegian guy. It was a lot of doing things because I'm a top tier and I can do the things. If that makes sense. Like I'm no Sheik expert. I'm not going to be able to tell you exactly what to do in every neutral situation. But I am going to tell you that you don't need to be impatient to land the next hit. So we'll watch the next game. Gotta say, I love the fact that our VODs are done on an Italian Wii U. So he's gone Fox. We all know you hate Fox for some reason as well. Probably because if any character's going to blow you up for being too aggressive, it's this one. Yeah, Pukuta actually pretty much dead on point there. This works a lot, so why not? But people are going to be aware of what you're doing a lot, and they're going to have the counterplay ready. See, so this is fine. You're waiting, but you could see that just in the way you were moving, you're just like, I want to land the hit now. Cool. So you've got neutral. You got advantage, and now it's back to neutral. Wait, you don't need to. What was that? What was that, Quirt? Fuck. Did we go back too far? You took damage for that. There we go. Yeah. This is a perfect point in time. There you go. Oh wait, no, we've already gone on this bit. So yeah, this is fine. But you got hit. This is. I mean, this obviously sucks, but this is fine. You've got the advantage. Yeah. This is fine. Oh, now we're back to neutral. Okay. From here, you should be waiting. Sure, short hop outside of his range. You know, like the Fox. Fox is the easiest character to use as an example against, so thanks Carrot for picking the Fox for me. But Fox is looking for one key way in for the most part, and it's a dash attack, because it's the best option. It zone breaks really well, it's really fucking fast, it leads into fucking everything. I hate that bullshit move. But the counterplay is very obvious. Wait outside of the range where it can get you, or the most effective range, which is around the size... So from where Fox is... Hang on, let's just... Alright, so from here, I hear the sound effect for Bouncy Fish. But from here, the effective dash attack range for Fox is like there. Because from there he can do an instant dash attack and catch you. So you want to stay around where you are now. Because while you're there, and if you dance around it like this sort of area, you are essentially holding a fishing rod out in front of Fox, saying, here, take the bait. I'm so close. It's right there. This free dash attack. It's right there. Just take it. And then they miss that. Then they whiff a dash attack, and then you hit them. You watch any of my sets versus a Fox main, except for the more recent ones versus Wef, because at that point we're kind of metagaming. But you watch a lot of sets versus generic Foxes. You will see I am waiting in that sort of range. I'm waiting around this sort of range for Fox to dash attack, and as soon as they do it, boy, they're getting grabbed. I'm up throwing them. I'm forward airing them. They're getting blown up. They're taking a lot of damage. That's what I do with this. That's what that matchup is for me. And the matchup is not all that different for anyone else because no one wants to get hit by a Fox dash attack. But instead, what happens is you decide, I need to get the hit now. I need to get the hit now, and you go bam, and you do this comically oversized arrow bouncing fish, which is only going to catch him if he's pressing buttons. And instead, you've just gone for it. It's whiffed because he's waiting for you. Carrot knows you're going to do something because you always do. He's just going to wait. It's like he sees this bouncing fish and he jumps over it. Now you take damage. And in my opinion, this is why I think you hate Fox the most. Because your aggressive button presses are going to get blown up by Fox so much harder than almost nearly any other character. Like, yeah, this is fine. It's fine. Just wait. He's going to give you something. Look, there you go. That was good. There. There. Okay. I want you to remember that 5-second clip. That was good. You waited. He was in a position where he was like, I am going to commit now. Okay, you were waiting. You were putting pressure, I'm sure. You were giving away stage control as that's what you tell yourself in your head. But the needles are scary. They have to move around the needles. I mean, you're sure they only do 1%, but you don't want to get hit by him. You're waiting. You're charging needles. And now he's doing stuff. He's pressing buttons, and now he's burnt his double jump. Oh dear, now he's in a bad position. He can't really escape. Because Fox's airspeed is bad. So waiting and shield there was a good choice. And he's decided, well, Quirt likes to press buttons. Quirt's always pressing buttons. I'm going to come down on top of him with a down air. And 9 times out of 10, you probably would have dropped shield and you would have gone for something. But instead, you waited. You continued to wait. You waited till the Fox eventually burnt his options. And it was like, right, now I know I can get this punish. And you get your punish, and sure you might not get a whole lot off of it, but you've kept neutral, you've kept advantage, and you're still continuing. Just from that one situation where you waited, you are still continuing advantage state. It's still there. About 20 seconds later, and sure, it's reset now. But the question is, are you going to wait or are you going to try and go fish for it immediately? No, good. You waited again. You saw, right, whether you did it intentionally or not, what you had done is you thought, right, I am at percentage where I can die to attack, so I am going to wait in shield. You took into account what Fox does as a character. Took into account the very important fact that Fox does not have a lot of things up for grab, and shielding kind of works against him. And for that, you got the first stock there. Now, we're going to watch the rest of it. But that is what happened there. Because you chose to wait, you chose to take into account your opponent's options, you got the punish there. That was good. Remember that. That 30-second moment. That was just constantly you playing the matchup correctly and you getting the kill for it. I don't know what the hell that was. I assume that was an input error. Hopefully now that you've switched to a real controller, that won't be happening no more. Man, these should not be landing as you shouldn't be getting hit by as many of these as you are, but cool, yeah, cool. You waited for the commitment. And that was, you may have got punished for it, but that was good. Because he had been recovering on stage with side B a lot, so you moved to punish it. You missed the punish. That's fine. I personally, I'm willing to overlook like miss inputs or whiff punishes for the most part. Provided like, if you mentally had the right idea, then it's a much easier fix than it is to try and it's much easier to fix punish game than it is to fix mental game. So I'm going to point out that you did that and that was good, and admittedly you died for it, which kind of sucks. And there's just like, oh, there's other VODs together, isn't there? Are these friendlies afterwards here? Oh, okay, you played more friendlies and forgot to stop the recording. Oh, well, that's fine. But remember that. You overextend so much. and it's what costs you. Sometimes it works for you, and I'm sure that's why you keep doing it. Oh, it's a best of 5. Okay. You win this one. No, this is just a long game. Alright, so again, you knew what was happening, but you just flubbed the punish. But it is important with a character like yours, where they struggle to deal damage, just as a whole. You need to be aware of that. Make sure you get your punishes where you can. Okay, so wait. Just keep waiting, please. I haven't watched this. Please wait. And you didn't wait. You did. I mean, I'm assuming you were meant to swing earlier, but yeah, as I'm assuming that's Azreal. But yeah, that's right. Like, dropping the punish sucks, but I can forgive it. Is what I'm getting at. It's easier for me to. It's an easier fix. I don't have to explain. Yeah, you flubbed that punish. I can see they flubbed the punish, but I can also see that they had the right intentions in mind. Right, so you're in a disadvantaged state here. Are you going to wait? And you are not going to wait, and you're going to eat a back air for it. See, there are times where it's really good, but there are other times where I'm just like, dude, stop running at him. At times you do it versus me. What was that? Who was that hitting? Who was getting hit by that forward smash? He's not going to get hit. There was no way he was getting hit by that. You made a hard commitment on an option that was probably never going to happen. These hard commitments are not good. And that's what happens when you tilt anyway. Like, yeah, he does roll a lot, but you don't have to do these enormous commitments. This is the thing with Sheik. She doesn't have to commit hard to things. It will come eventually. You know, I mean, sure, yes, she struggles to kill, but provided she doesn't do anything really dumb, it will come eventually. It's fine, just wait. It will happen eventually. You don't have to force it. You have 50-50s. It'd be like if it'd be like I could have been like, I mean, it's a bit like if, he's going to roll in, so I'm going to run up an up smash with Ike. Like, yeah, it would work, but to do anything else, I get punished. And I didn't need to. I could have waited. I could nair and cover the roll. And I may not have got such a big punish, but they're still in trouble. And, I will eventually kill them. I'm not saying don't ever go for kills, but don't go for don't go for them with nothing to with as level, no support or anything. Because you took damage for that then. You could have taken a lot more. Like, if you work on being able to convert off these 50-50s, you've got a better pad now, so if you work on converting off those, I'm sure you'll do a lot better if you just wait. Yeah, like, chat's actually helped me out a lot here. Oh, dude. Dude, no. So I got the point of... Oh, hello. Oh, God. You're going to have to give me a second. Ears hurt so much when I wear that. But yeah, the key thing is just not trying to force it too much. You don't need to. You're Sheik. You're fine. Right, so I've got 2 more sets to do. I probably won't do them in too much detail. I want to be packed up by 10. So I'll do about 10 and 15 minutes for each. Or alternatively, I can wait till next week for young Wefferino or PG, I can wait a week if you want. And make sure it gets more featured next week, because I'm going to make this every week. So I'm going to... Actually, if you just give me a sec... I'll give you a second to respond. I'm going to get another drink. I'll be back in a second. Yeah, do camp me out if you feel that's the need. But like, I feel like I'll be back. Okay, I'm not gonna be. I'll be just yet. I feel like you're viewing it too black and white. For you, from what I can see from the way you talk, it's either 100% gung ho or completely lame, dry gameplay. You know, it doesn't have to be that. Just be willing to move the switch occasionally. But like, okay, I'm back. Okay, so like, if this side is like dry and this side is rushed down. You can be like, it's okay, I'm in neutral, I'm waiting. Oh, okay, now I've got the advantage. They committed hard, I'm going to go over here. Okay, now I'm going to wait a little bit. I've still got good positioning. Or somebody be over here and be like, they're not opening up. They're not giving me anything. I'm going to have to go a little bit aggressive. Yeah, like a dimmer light bulb, yeah. Sure, if that's the comparison that works for you, use that comparison. If I don't know, if setting your tag to dimmer works, I don't care. If it works, do it. Anyway, I will be back in just a minute. If Wef or PG would rather me do it a bit more in depth, and they can wait till next week. But these ones won't have to be. I'll have to cut them kind of short. I'm very sorry. Right, I am back. Sorry, I just needed to wet the whistle, as you know. So I've got 2 more sets to do. It seems they're both AFK. Are they even in the chat? Viewer list isn't going to load for me, is it? No, it is, and... Well, Wef isn't here. PG isn't here, I don't think. You know what, it's fine. It's fine. I'll, they'll watch back these. They'll watch these VODs back later. But yeah, so I'm gonna go over this one. This is from last one.
If Ref wins, it's gone. That's all I'm saying. Although I know that, like,
oh god, Scarfell talking about this matchup. So this was a best of 5, I believe. Yeah, it was.
Oh my goodness, Ref is actually very well.
Against Wef. Oh gee, I think I played it was free to defend last time. That's pretty exciting.
Yes, this is the GP.
I'm gonna try to keep my bias aside here. But
so.
Hey,
I'm not good at watching sets of like close friends without bias or like watching it objectively. So I am gonna apologize in advance because I'm probably gonna spend most of it being like, oh yeah, I remember when DX did that.
No, you can't do that. You see, because Luma's broken and doesn't get comboed down.
Jonty, shut up! Jonty, please!
Look, he dash attacked Luma and just got hit away anyway. It's not fair.
No, I'm not coming to Fortuna. Well, that was really nice.
Okay, I want that. Like, Ben is.
No, I'm not going to be coming to out of country tournaments for a while unless I'm being paid to TO.
Dude,
unfortunately, life's, you know, throwing a spanner in the works.
I am joking. I don't think so.
Oh my, that was sick! Luma!
What was good with that as well, by the way, is because Fox is item invincible during his up B, that was a 2-frame, not hitting him out of up B, so that was even better than it looks. Because item invincibility includes Luma, you can't hit Fox with Luma during his up B.
Really? Oh, that's a nice little fact.
It's one of the reasons that up B towards ledge is better with down side B towards ledge, because it means the down tilt hitbox is active for long.
Oh, of course, it's Mundo. Yeah. We'll do it, I promise.
You can hit Rosa Rising, but it is less safe if you do so.
But so, Wef doesn't have a whole lot of matchup experience in this matchup, I don't think. I was supposed to actually say that. Jackson used to use Rosa.
No, Rosa without Luma.
But they both know the matchup kind of alright, I guess. But Wef wanted me to give him some advice on this.
A weird defensive character, and her burst rate is also very good with both dash attack and dash grab. Especially because she can do a dash attack cancel with dash grab, so it does 3% more of Luma's dash attack. But, yeah.
You see that?
What?
Shielded and Luma at the same time.
Yeah, so if you land a move
Cheers,
during its
buddy.
opening
I'll talk to you soon.
opening frames, if you land with the move, then you'll auto cancel it, right? But in Rose's case, so in perfect count you can use the A land so you can like get no lag on landing. Well, in Rose's case, what she can do is she gets no lag, but Luma still attacks. So she hasn't done her move, but Luma has done hers. So they desync and Luma does the attack. It's called Lunar Landing. And you can do that to do like neutral air and then have Rosa runs over and up smashes after the neutral air. Oh, stretcher! That is
Peak.
a shame.
So I'm not seeing anything grossly wrong with the way you're playing the matchup thus far.
Yeah, so I think that even attack in place wouldn't have made him survive, honestly.
Imagine his Dackers was still in the...
Say again?
Imagine his Dackers was still in the game.
Yeah.
Imagine how broken Rosa would be.
That would be pretty suspect, not gonna lie. We're doing
Dackers was in the game and Rosa didn't have one.
Rosa does smash actually used to
Fox
have
did
less
though.
lag if you leave it. Good confirms by...
Alright, so this is really good because you've pretty much isolated Rosa.
Oh, very, very
So he's really doing an amazing job of murdering Luma, like murdering like Rosa and Luma as soon as he's got the advantage state. That was sauce.
Okay, go for the turnaround grab. Rosa's out of shield option is very bad at the best times, let alone with no Luma. Why she has to roll with other characters. Also, one thing that Fox can do is punish those rolls. Yeah, after you get a forward throw, you have to just roll away because they're just going to hit you otherwise.
Alright, see that was kind of a fish. Like I know he's expecting people like, give you that a lot.
Go for even one frame, that would have been the stop.
With down arrow smash. Yeah, but Luma can hit you out of it. Like between the down arrow and the smash. Oh, that can just kill! What is this character? I'm so tilted!
The funnest part about this is Scarface.
Dude, he died at 50!
It's Luma!
Shut up, Ixis! He's telling me it's fair and balanced. He died at 50%! He was winning the game and just lost.
We cannot let Scarface ever commentate this matchup.
Jesus Christ!
Rosa's just a celebrity.
The thing is, I'm watching. I feel like Wef's not even played this badly.
Luma uses to build rage. That's all he's there for.
Well, that was a well placed back air. He's doing exactly what you need to versus Rosa. He's pretty much dancing around and trying to make Rosa do something other than a jab, so you can punish something.
Weffel's has done more damage, but got hit by one confirm, so he's losing.
Fucking Scarfo, shut up.
He's just
down air doesn't kill Luma.
Both Luma.
Yeah, auto cancel the Luma. Sorry, auto cancel down air does actually tumble Luma, but you can only do that by full hopping.
Oh dear!
That. Okay. Yeah, Rapid Dash can hit him off. Force smash, okay, it was a good option by Ben, but didn't quite win out.
Is it somewhat safe to use lasers?
It's okay. That was
Damn.
necessary, but I respect it though. No, lasers are okay, but
alright, yeah. So I feel like I feel like when I'm watching you play this Wef, that as soon as you get rid of the Luma, you kind of go into full like melee mode. If you get me, like you throw a neutral game out the window and you're just like, I'm Fox, I can do things, I can press buttons at him.
So by using lasers, you give up stage control, which is very, very important in this matchup.
But like, wait, but like, even though Luma's not there, you still need to, you know, be ready for them to do stuff.
It's quite interesting. Roll back. See, this is one particular thing where he has to roll back in that position normally.
Oh dear!
Damn. Right, so I'm gonna go back a little bit.
Those actually tech chase. Roll back.
So Johnny actually said exactly what needed to happen there. So, in this position, you are basically don't want to be. I already said this with Swaggins' video, but I'm gonna say it again now anyway. This area versus Rosa is a dead zone. You don't go here, because if you go here, you die. And if Luma's with him, you can't go anywhere here either, because they just up air you or up smash you, and you fucking die. Or well, you don't die, or you may not die, but you basically the point is you lose. Good day, sir. You can't be in those areas against Rosa. And admittedly, Fox kind of plays a similar game to Falcon, not quite as potent in the way that he can kind of dash through, but you really want to be stood elsewhere. Like you can try and cross them up but like the problem is the Luma should never let you be above. Rosa should never let you be above her anyway. Like you should just be shot down. Or shut up, I guess. But this is where you want to be. This sort of area. Anywhere beyond this line, anywhere beyond there is fine. So, what you can do is, when they're pressing stuff, you can kind of dash attack through it. But you don't want to get anywhere closer than that. Because once you get closer, their jab becomes like the be-all, end-all. And you just kind of have to give up. And you'll hear Scarfelt say, when I replay this video, after he's being jabbed, you will hear him say, roll back. Because Scarfelt knows as well as anyone, after being repeatedly rinsed by Mint, and I'm sure plenty of other Rosalinas. And I'm fairly sure his girlfriend mained Rosa once as well, so I'm sure he had to deal with that at some point. And like, he knows when you're in that spot, there is nothing for you there, so just get out of there. So we're going to play it and you will hear it.
It's quite interesting. Roll back. See, this is one particular thing where he has to
Okay, you actually got away with it.
Oh dear!
But he did say roll back is like...
landing forward there, those actually tech chase. So.
It's just like back out of that zone. That's Rosa's space.
Right, Wefferino's
Like get out of her room, fam.
taking this matchup in his stride though.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing well, but unfortunately Rosalina's broken. Yeah, unfortunately Rosalina's broken, so you know he can't just.
Oh, the fact that Rosa's jab is safe, even after jab 3, yeah?
Wefferino just turned to me and said, help. I can't help you.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things important about Rosa's jab, because it's probably her most important tool.
I can't make Rosa unbroken.
I'll pause. I'll wait to see what you've got to say. Sorry for the stream. I'm gonna have to repeat this out. So, Cloudrin Zero says there's something important, GP, about Rosa's jab. In response to me saying about the fact that it's safe, he said no, and now he's typing again. I assume. Drum roll. Oh yeah, no, that's kind of what I mean. Like, so basically, if after jab 3, you can't actually do anything about it. Like if they jab, like if Luma if they jab 3, they can just jab again immediately afterwards. That's kind of what I meant by safe jab. But yeah, so it's like in that zone, if Rosa starts jabbing, it's just Wait, what? Oh, if you jump out of shield after jab 3, you can punish it. I can't, because I got a 7-frame jump squat. So I'm not used to thinking about that, but yeah, you probably can. But that said, it's still a risky option. Does it really? I actually didn't know that. That's really weird. Well, if you play a good character like Fox, you can jump out of shield after the jab 3. But if you play a trash character, you have to just roll away. So the advice I'd give for most people is roll away. I'm assuming Fox can probably do something about it. That said, Rosa was under a platform. So you'd probably still struggle to do anything about it, but I don't know. Maybe you could down air and like really thread the needle. Now, unfortunately, Cloud, I get hit because my character's slow. Anyway, I'll get back to watching the last of this VOD. But I believe Wef wins the next couple of games. I really want to see what he's doing wrong, so I'm going to actually skip these two.
Sideways.
Why? And he has a fight box.
Yeah, I really hope.
Oh, actually, I'm going to keep on this. I think this is.
Are we all good though?
So you're doing a good job here because you're not actually committing. Unfortunately, you did let him back down. That was kind of an overcommitment.
I think was just trying to catch the startup of the roll, but it's just a bit late. Forward for dash attack? Okay, no. Too much rage.
Yeah, that's nice. So yeah, you literally just kind of danced around there and you were like waiting for.
Oh wow, nice roll.
I don't think DX knew what was going on. You know, when he was to get off smash,
See, these jabs are insane.
Nice land there to catch that recovery.
But like DX is doing a really good job of keeping you at the edge here, or was, and then you ran all the way through him. But that's what I mean, like you were out of his zone and you ran in and took advantage while you were in your zone and he was kind of in the middle of doing stuff.
Sold him from Ben right now. That was a really good dash in from Wefferino right there. That would have killed you now. Yeah, I think so. He's pretty close to the blast zone. On space, usually will get punished with power shields. Nice grab. Usually Rosa is well, Lumen gets the shield more.
But I feel like these are they're doing a lot of aggressive options.
Oh jeez, he's dead. Oh no, Ben accidentally grabs the ledge and doesn't get him, attacks him down there. You can't roll through. That's one of the things as well, because he had no stage to roll back from that situation. He was forced to just keep holding shields and had to roll forward and get hit.
oh, dear.
He's gonna no, okay, didn't get him with his down, so that could have been it though.
Yeah, here's that jab pressure, man. It's just insane.
Stuck there. No, doesn't turn the up smash. He could have possibly, if he reacted a little bit quicker. Fox,
but like you know at this point that DX is going to be looking. He's not going to overcommit, but he is looking to hit you with something. So he's looking to find a smash, probably an up smash.
So high that you don't get landing lag at all. Down there, okay, not quite. Go out for it.
But yeah, he was. Thing is, that was really good play. I'm gonna pause it there because that was actually honestly really good play from DX, and I'm not entirely sure what you were gonna do because he realized he had the percentage lead. And he could pretty much just let you, hang yourself. He was putting out minimal risk options, and just letting you try and find your way around it. And I'm sure that's why Scarfelt thinks he loses that matchup. But I don't know, man. I find it difficult to offer you any advice in that matchup. So I'm sorry. That said, it is there. I'm gonna post it. I'll post it back in the chat because young CRZ is there, and I'm sure he'll be able to give you some advice, Wefferino. So yeah, sorry, I wasn't able to help a whole lot on that one. Anyway, last one.
At Blast Zone 21, we're gonna continue. Pools, Wave B, with PG versus.
Oh, it's a Lucretio one. Jeez.
By starting off on Battlefield.
Right, so Ike versus Toon Link is a matchup where Ike's pretty got to be really conservative. Dash shielding is actually king here.
As we've said before, Ike can make good use of the platforms.
I reckon this stage it's stronger for Ike because Toon Link's platform stuff isn't really that great.
But you have to be super on point with your defensive stuff because otherwise you just get everything racked up. See you later, Liam.
Yeah, that's another quite frustrating thing for Toon Link in this MU is that Ike's jab combo will go through bombs, goes right through bombs, like the bombs completely just go right through his body without hurting him.
What is Luke?
He can make some more use of that because
Lucretio, what the fuck? You're just trying to say that Ike's got invincibility during his jab combo. Shake my head.
Yeah, and obviously his jab one can destroy both, can trade with arrows and boomerang. So Ike's jab combo is really important.
Our jab combo is important because it's the only option we've got in this matchup because we're not really allowed to jump thanks to bombs.
Quite a strong position there.
Alright, well that was obviously the bad
Allowing
choice.
Super to build up this wall once again.
Yeah, okay, so... yeah, no, that was bad.
Yeah, up smash isn't gonna kill. Not for a while on Battlefield.
Yeah, PG needs one more strong hit here to get
Dude.
Super in that percent, and he
Alright,
gets it.
alright, PG, let's give this a look. So,
Super
first thing I'm really
careful,
getting
he's
is
not
that you are...
Oh.
Unfortunately, that up smash catches him.
You're like a homing missile, man. You're just going straight towards him all the way through. And I know you want to get close to him. You want to stop him from playing his game. But if you just run straight towards him, it makes you a hell of a lot more readable.
Oh. Super waits there very patiently. That's very good.
I figured it was.
And jumps out of that. Confirm. Not air dodging, being very careful there.
But yeah, you're running into him like yeah, that's cool. I understand you want to be close to him, but you need to wait because they're gonna like no matter what you do, they're gonna put together their bomb pressure. They're gonna put their bomb pressure out there.
That Toonlink had his back to him. Toonlink, even though he was holding
This is similar to what I said to Quirk. Don't worry, it'll come.
Forward. So PG had all the time to grab. Like it was low committal.
Like, I feel like you're really reaching for something to kill. Like yeah, this is a situation that sucks. But I've lost count of how many times.
He's got a bomb in his hands.
Yeah, that was nice. All right, you know, I rate that.
Options with that
I rate that because he really didn't have anywhere to go there.
Pressure, his shield would have broken. In fact, I don't even think it would have broken. I think it would just.
But like you're eating a lot of damage from dashing when he's throwing out his assorted garbage.
Very scary and very strong. So we need Super to bring out that very patient play if he wants to win this
The
game.
problem is that forward smash from Toonlink will kill. So Super could fish for it.
Like yeah, this is fine. You're covering the options, but you're not really committing too hard.
Baiting out some of Super's options here really well.
Well, that was obviously a misinput.
A couple more hits and this could be a very scary
But
position
like,
for Super.
he's gonna throw a bomb at you. Wait and shield. If the bomb's flying towards you, wait and shield. Like you don't need to. That was a perfect example of what I'm trying to say about this. Let's back that up a couple of seconds. All right, we're gonna go into the classroom.
Stage control he had there.
All right, there we go. So let's back that up. He's thrown the boomerang. You've shielded it. You know. Let's slow it down so I can do it frame by frame. Actually, I can do it frame by frame anyway, can't I? Oh, dude, that's long as hell. Let me do it the other way. So you've shielded the boomerang. Now in this situation, you try to run in. You are at kill percent, and he has a bomb in hand. So there is very little cooldown on both boomerang and bomb toss. Therefore, you kind of have to be aware of the fact that he can throw the bomb here. I have to wait. I can't be too reckless. And that's probably a good way of explaining just pretty much what most of this was. It was pretty reckless attempts are coming in. Like, yeah, being waiting and shield here is not a good look. But it's significantly better than being dead. Toonlink isn't really going to grab you. And a grab here is not going to kill you. I mean, it's going to suck because you're going to be back off stage if they grab you. But it's fine. Wait. You're right. Chill out. It's fine. But instead you choose to dash out a shield like immediately. Like, or no, actually you've chosen to. I mean that was actually sick because you did a perfect pivot F tilt. So I rate the tech skill behind that. But you've pretty much said as soon as this, you're doing what a lot of people do when they struggle with zoners is they'll block one projectile, and they'll be like, "Okay, now it's my turn to punish. Now I get to have an attack." That's not how it works versus projectile characters or like keep away characters like Toonlink, because they'll throw the projectile and you shield it, and rather than just being "Okay, it's my turn now," you have to then look. You have to think of the situation very quickly, I might add. You have to think of the situation and be like, okay, now it's time for me to, now I can try and put something out there to stuff a punish, or I can wait and, I can weather the storm a bit more. I think they're going to approach me now, so I'm going to retreat a little bit. it's all about making, and not to mention, it's all about making your own movements as unpredictable as possible. Because the zoner thinks that they've got you locked down, and he did have you locked down all the way through that set. So just wait on that, yeah. Like you didn't need to go for the punish there. Like you did that as if Super was gonna come and approach you, but he hadn't done it at all during that set. Like not really, not until after he landed the confirm. And because he had the bomb, he saw you do something, he ran away a little bit. He threw the bomb, and that's game over, and you've lost game 1.
Bomb forward there.
So it's just waiting a little bit when it comes to that situation.
Super Game are 1-0 up.
Like I've played this matchup far too often, so I'm able to talk about it a lot. I like to take this moment to plug the fact that I am 3-0 up on Jakobin right now. So it's totally wasn't the last set. Totally wasn't from 2015. But the point is, I understand the matchup. A good thing you can do is if they're trying to press you by throwing bombs, and if you don't think they're going to come and try and approach you immediately, which Super wasn't. So if you shield the bomb, you can short hop out of shield and press Z to grab it.
Short break.
But you pretty much want to set yourself into a... you pretty much want to put yourself in a position where you can try and jab them. Honestly, jab is the only real option I would use out of shield versus a Toon Link who's doing projectile things. You could try and down tilt, but they're normally a bit too...
No.
But like the jab is the safest option.
I'll tell you in a second.
So we're going back to Battlefield here.
So yeah, Battlefield is a good stage
Quite
here.
a strong stage for Ike.
But like, you've come in with a forwarder there, it was really unspaced.
So it's not...
I like the pressure, when he's on the platforms, I like your pressure. But once it's in neutral, you seem to be struggling. You need to, it's just a case of being aware of when I'm close enough to punish. Yeah, good waiting, good waiting, good waiting, good waiting.
Quite a lot of rolls.
This is fine, this is...
These guys, man.
No punishes from either.
They're literally just one, and they're just following each other with rolling, and it's so silly.
Lucretia needs to shut up because he's actually kind of correct. Because this is kind of correct.
Got hit.
Neutral reset. That's not working.
Man.
PG countering some of these items really well here, actually. This adaptation that's coming out from him is proving really well.
Yeah, this is better. But that said, that was kind of like another reaching up forward there. You don't need to be reaching that hard.
PG only at a slight deficit here.
I mean, I'm assuming you're better at combos than you are in here because you're dropping a lot of free combos, and that's obviously free damage.
Oh my God.
But like in that situation, you should have been like,
oh,
that was nice.
That forward air surprisingly didn't kill.
Tip off forward.
That was bad jab, obviously. You know that.
PG being quite unsafe with that landing there. But even so, he's regaining stage control here. And let's see what he
Just
can
grab
do.
him. People need to realize people will neutral get up into shield. They have to go in for the grab. But in any case, PG does take the first stock. I didn't even get to see how it happened, but you know, okay, forward there.
Yeah. And as we've seen in other games, PG's been very strong at keeping the lead, but unfortunately gets hit by that forward smash, leaving it at 0-0 for both players.
I know this is a Ike wants to be around at the basically he wants to be at the tip of a forwarder because that's the sort of range where he can punish.
Using space into his
I guess what you would call cloud range. He wants to be at cloud range. The sword's the same length, but this is again. It's like you're committing to stuff like that. F tilt, like I'm sure. Like I mean, you said this is an old set, and it is. It's a couple of months old. So I'm gonna tell you,
really needs to walk.
don't
more,
use
like just walk into that mid-range game so that Toon Link has to commit even harder to.
like don't draw out these F tilts. These F tilts are bad.
Like,
F tilts are a bad move.
Sort of around about there, but unfortunately, he got hit by the arrow shot, so got grabbed for it.
Oh, that was quite an overextension there by PG. Perhaps looking to take out this stock as
But yeah, like you're just kind of getting hit by assorted junk, and like while these F tilts are just kind of cost you, man.
Percent is right now, so he is using a lot more arrows just to rack up damage as opposed to zone.
Stop F tilting, man. Like these F tilts are actually what hurt you.
Okay.
Tries to get the bomb there, but PG being so strong.
So like he's just throwing stuff. You just gotta wait.
Using a lot of projectiles right now.
Yeah, good. That's a good wait. Yeah, don't get too aggressive. Yeah, good stuff there.
Forward smashes the wrong way.
But the jab punching him out.
So that was poor, but you've survived. So you should have died there, but of course not everyone knows how to edge guard Ike. They should, but they don't.
Only 30% between them essentially.
Yeah, but as we've seen, both of them are at kill percent. They can take each other out very well. Oh, but the bomb fell once again.
So that 4 there was a good example. Was again a good example of what you shouldn't be doing in this matchup. Yeah. Like it was like a really desperate swing. Like he wasn't there. He wasn't close. He wasn't committed. He hadn't committed to anything, so you can't really afford to do it. In a matchups like this where you've got to get through walls of protection, you have to look for a commitment. If they've not done anything, they've got all the options. They still have they hold all the cards if they have not committed. So yeah, let's back up into that actually. Alright, yeah, so we'll go back a few frames. So he's pulled the bomb. So again, he's got the bomb in his hand, and he's gonna land like here. And you're in a range where like he's still. It's like your effective range. If we were gonna assume Toon Link's there, yeah. Your effective range is within here. Like if Toon Link is there, and you're there, like you know you want to be inside there, but you're outside of that range. So if you go for something here, you're kind of reaching. And if you do decide to go for something there, he's gonna be like cool because he's just gonna move that way. He's got the bomb, so he doesn't need to like set up his potential kill. He just needs you to commit. What you have to wait for is his commitment. He's used it. You've missed the punish. It's fine. Just accept the fact that he's got the bomb. But in that sort of situation, you really went through it. It was like, oh my god, I've got to get this punish right now. You jumped in, you threw out a big old laggy forward air, which immediately covers a lot of space, but it doesn't cover, it covers there. You've got this bit all covered, but it doesn't matter because Toon Link hadn't like done any attacks or anything. He was just stood there, so he could run away. Because even if he's not running away to specifically deal with it, Toon Links will probably like dash away. Just because it's like, well, someone's going to try and hit where I just was. I suppose it's like a Space Invaders kind of thing, where it's like, don't hit where they are, hit where they're going to be. Like that doesn't mean commit anyway, but it means don't commit until you're in a range where you know that they're not going to be able to. They're not going to be able to like weasel out of the way and hurt you for it. And it's very difficult. It's actually really hard with like the range which you've got is so small because you're too far away and you're too far away to actually punish. But if you're too close, then they can just get behind you. It's really hard. And it's a real skill to be able to like lock someone down. But in that situation, what you should have done is you should have perhaps moved forward, like being aware that he had the bomb. Move forward a little bit. I mean, perfect pivoting into shield. That's something that I mean, just so you perfect pivot out of shield into with an F tilt. I'm sure you can perfect pivot shield. It's a good way of getting some mobility, getting some like smaller motions. But yeah, like hit me up with some questions if you want them, PG. I'll happily try and help you out. I know I shit talk Ike all the time because he is bad, but I'll happily try and help you get better. And it's very difficult. It's actually really hard with like the range which you've got is so small because you get too far away and you're too far away to actually punish. But if you're too close, then they can just get behind you. It's really hard. Anyway, that's about everything. That's about everything I can give you right now. Is just don't reach so hard for these commitments. That I'm sure that applies to other things. Ike's not a character who can really afford to just go for it. He can't put his hand too far in the cookie jar because it just gets bitten off. Right then, so that's everything from me. I think today I am extremely tired, so I am gonna opt to leave the stream today. To answer the question that Lee has asked up there, the best stage in this matchup, there isn't really a best stage versus Toon Link. It depends on how they play. Oh geez, let me just saw that. Yeah, it depends on how they play. Battlefield's Ike's best stage, so by default that's a solid stage to go to. But as a whole, I think Smashville's really solid in this matchup. Just because it gives you more places to land to try and escape his stuff. Outside of that, I'm really not sure. This is kind of the matchup where you just kind of pick the less worst stage, the least bad